Hey, how's it going? You
It's
guys
going
doing
good, man.
okay?
Yes,
Wow,
sir.
here
Yes,
we
sir.
are. Let me turn the music on. Lovely music. So, hey, Henry, how you doing today, man? What's going
Good,
on with you?
man. Good, man. It's an awesome Thursday, man. What an awesome show you had earlier, and what an
Oh
awesome
man, it
show we
was
had
cool.
last night, man. We had to make things work, man. When things don't go through, man, we have to make things work, man. But
We
we
have
do, guys.
Plan B. We got
Right,
Plan B.
right. Always Plan B, man. It's awesome, man. It's a Thursday. It's Thirsty Thursday. So hopefully everybody's got their, their holy water. I mean, this is my holy water right here for
I
the
got,
evening.
I got mine, man. We got
but
drink the
but
water.
but it's Friday Eve.
Cheers.
Hopefully everybody's getting ready for the weekend. Hopefully everybody makes it up to their concerts for Labor Day
We're
weekend
live.
because it is coming up. And I know there's a lot of big events going down. There's something going down in San Antonio. There's some. I mean, I know they got something going on at Far West, with Rudy Lopez Productions. I know there's something going down right down the road for me and the Lordsburg, New Mexico, the Lordsburg Fiesta. But we got a party of six. We got
We
a
got
party of
the
five right
party of
now.
six coming in. So let me bring in some people here, and let me start here with Magali Delarosa coming in, and there comes Ismael Gutierrez,
Hey,
and there's Vanita Lee. How's it going, guys? What's going on with you guys?
What's up?
Benita, ¿cómo te va? Talk to me, man. How was your day today?
Really good. We worked at our came home, chilled for a little bit, and now we're chilling with you guys. How are
You
you
are.
doing?
You're doing awesome. Magali, how was your day? What you do today, man? What you eat for lunch? Tell me.
Ooh. Oh my gosh, I had half a turkey sandwich. That's all I had time to eat. I was working on my Diva Mania costume, working on my script today, and last night I was in the studio. It's been wild, but I'm happy to be here.
Awesome, awesome. Ismael, ¿cómo te fue ahora? How was your day,
hola,
dude?
hola, saludos, ¿cómo están? Muy bien, gracias a Dios, pues saliendo del trabajo y luego me tuve que ir al rancho un ratito y aquí estamos ya presentes.
Eso es mi amigo.
Saludos a todos, saludos.
Saludos a todos. Oye, todos ustedes cantan. All of you guys sing songs, and man, that's awesome. I was hearing a little bit of Anita's because I hadn't heard about you, but man, you have an awesome voice, man.
Thank you so
Wow,
much.
wow, amazing. I mean, everybody we bring, man. Henry brings all these people that I'm just. Wow, I'm floored, man. You need that. Maybe Candace will show up, maybe she won't, but Candace
No, she's on her way.
She also has an awesome voice. So it's good that we have a male voice because I always like to have female voices and male voices and that kind of deal. So wow, man. You know what? Let's start with a song. Who wants to go first to sing a song tonight?
Ismael, no.
Órale, ya, que empiece el boy, que empiece el hombre. Órale, Ismael, échate una. ¿Cuál te echas?
Esta es una canción que le compuso mi papá, se llama Lluvia en Tormenta. Pues se nos fue de este mundo, ¿verdad? Y pues le quise componer esta canción. Se llama Lluvia en Tormenta para todos ustedes. Hola, ¿dónde estás? Dime dónde te busco, que te quiero encontrar. Si en la inmensidad, en el parque, en la casa o en el fondo del mar. No quiero desistir, pero por más que intento no te puedo sentir. Regresa por favor, ven a darme un abrazo y calma este dolor. Te extraño tanto que no concibo ante el tiempo cómo pudo pasar. Y en cada amanecer yo le aclamo a la vida solo volverte a ver. Y en el vacío que queda en mí, a la nostalgia le da lugar. Y la tristeza que embarga mi alma da sentimiento a mi soledad. Lindos recuerdos sin ilusión va acrecentando este cruel dolor. Lluvia en tormenta clama el tiempo, desconsolando mi corazón. Y en el vacío que queda en mí, a la nostalgia le da lugar y la tristeza que embarga mi alma da sentimiento a mi soledad.
Wow.
Lindos recuerdos sin ilusión va acrecentando este cruel dolor. Lluvia en tormenta clama el tiempo, desconsolando a mi corazón.
Órale. Wow, man. Puro corazón, bro. Normally, I would stop you at some point, but man, your song was awesome, man.
Right,
It
exactly.
was really cool. It was really cool. Hold on, let me make sure here. I loved it, man, especially since you're singing that song about your dad, you know, and passing away and all of that. I mean, it's like, wow. It touches the heart. I mean, man, good job on that song. Candace, how's it going?
Welcome in.
Good,
Candace,
and
welcome in.
you?
Oh man,
Hi.
so you we got you. We're gonna have you write lines. I will not be late. I will not be late. I will not be late.
I was having such bad internet problems. It was acting so slow and lagging. So I was like, great. I had to turn off my internet, reboot it, everything, and now I'm back. So
So cool, man. I'm glad you're here. Candace has been on before, and man, we're glad to have you. Actually, I think you were gonna come in last night. No, something. No, it wasn't her. No, it was somebody else.
No.
And then later on, I was working and said, "Oh, Candace, yes." But I'm glad you're here tonight. So great, man. So
Hey,
we're gonna have a
it's
good
better
time,
late than never,
guys.
Candace.
I know, and I do apologize. I was trying to get in.
No,
I
don't
was
worry
even
about
on the
it.
phone with my brother saying, help me with my internet. Something's wrong, since he's a tech of the family. So I'm like, sorry,
No.
Joel.
Well, you know, this show, it goes a little bit longer than most shows. I mean, you know, normal shows like my shows at the Do It Passion, we normally go an hour. Henry, when we do the Wednesday interviews, they normally go an hour, but this show goes a little bit longer. So we've been known to do a 3-hour show here before, and so it's fun. We want to have fun. We want you guys to just sing. We'll take a song and we'll pass it along, and you know, suck a beer or whatever. So we'll do stuff like that. Candace has been part of this, and we want you to talk about what you want to talk about, and just be free. It's a free for all. See issues that you guys go through. Maybe help each other out with some situations. I don't know, whatever, you know. But this is the type of show where you guys are, you know, maybe like a support group talking with each other, and also what you can bring to the fans, and then the questions that the fans might have. So great, man. With that started, let's. I don't know everybody. I know Magali and I know Candace now. Vanita and Ismael, I don't know you too well. So Vanita, how did you get started in the music industry? When was the first time you felt, oh, I think I can sing? You know, what? How did that come about? How did singing come all about?
Well, my dad's a Tejano singer. He played with Grupo Rodeo for a while, and then Grupo Maldad, and then he sang backup for Jay Perez for a little bit.
Órale, está pesado.
Wow.
Thank you. And well, I want to say I was like 6 years old when I told him, like, hey, I'm interested in singing, and we started jamming together. He taught me like everything I know, and his first time bringing me on stage was when I was 8. So,
Wow.
Yes, it's been a fun ride, and I'm glad he sings with me at all my shows. He's like the best segunda ever. So,
Órale.
yeah, this guy definitely started me out on singing.
Oh, wow, man. Hey, Dad, come on in closer. Come in closer, Dad, man. You're
so far away.
Come on in closer. Anímate, no tengas miedo.
He reminds me of my dad. My dad does the same thing, especially when we
Yeah.
record videos. He's always on the back saying, Dad, you need to come up front. He's like, no, I'm good. I'm back.
I'm good where I'm at.
Even at the shows too, he'll like go to the side, but like he's my support system at the shows. I look at him and I feel even more confident.
Wow,
It's
well,
also
we
a
know
good thing.
who inspired you to sing, man. That's awesome, because believe it or not, there's some musicians that started because they have maybe generations of musicians or maybe one, but we do have musicians out there, you know, singers out there that nobody sang in their whole entire life. I mean, in their whole Family Nine, they're the original first singers, and so it's like you, Candace, ¿verdad? You know, it's like singing, ¿qué es eso? so yeah, Ismael, what was your story? ¿Qué es tu historia, bro? ¿Cómo empezaste a cantar o qué pasó?
Pues empezábamos a cantar en la labor cuando trabajábamos en los fields allá en Idaho. We used to be migrants and working every summer. Pero también ya después pues empezamos a cantar mi hermana y yo en diferentes eventos. Después ella se lanza a la carrera, ya una carrera profesional, y pues después me invita a cantar y grabamos en el 96 la canción de Ya Pasó. Y pues nos tocó cantar en los Tejano Music Awards, que fue en el evento del Alamo Dome en San Antonio.
Órale.
Y fue para mí algo muy especial, que me propuse un día regresar, pero pues primero también quería tener un cimiento, ¿no? De terminar mi carrera, trabajar un rato y luego ya dedicarme un poquito más a la música, porque pues sabemos perfectamente, cuando anduve con mi hermana, pues era bien difícil. O sea, uno sabe todos los sacrificios que hacen los músicos, que toda la economía, cómo no te va al 100%, y entonces pues quise hacer algo más formal dentro de, y pues llegó el momento y dije, bueno, empecé a componer unas canciones y dije, pues mi sueño es grabar, y pues ahí se va dando poco a poco, bendito Dios.
Wow.
Gracias a todos ustedes.
No, qué bien. Magali, I think I know your answer, but go ahead and tell us how did your singing career start?
Well, with my dad as well. He was a musician at the Tejano group, and he inspired me to sing. He's been my dadager forever. He was in the studio with me last night. He's in charge of all the music production and all of that stuff, and so we've been working on this for a long time together. And like she said, it is so nice. You turn, you look, you get that confidence from your dad, and it's special to have someone in the family who understands you too, because me and him are like the only two in the family that are alike, you know. And it's a bizarre life, the life of an artist, right? It's
yeah,
not everybody understands it, and so it's nice to have that in common with someone in my family, and it being my dad.
Wow, that's pretty cool, because awesome. You know, it's like, what do you mean you got to sing, or, you know, weekend or whatever? Okay. There you go. You took off, you're coming back. No, that's cool, man. It's dramatic. So wow. Wow. Well, Candace, go ahead and tell us your story.
Okay. This is going to be a repeat, but it actually started with my dad. And it turned out that my dad, he played a little bit of guitar. He didn't play a lot. And it turned out that all he could play was Stairway to Heaven, Halfway, and then Repeat. So my mom was taking some courses at the local college, and she just got tired of my dad playing the same thing over and over and over again. So she, without him knowing, signed him up for guitar lessons. And this course taught rancheras and cumbias and folk songs and different types of Spanish songs dating all the way back. And she says, guess what? You got to show up on Monday. This is the time you have to show up. Bring your guitar. And my dad's like, all right. So it turned out, my he's going to get mad at me. I'm so sorry, Dad. I love you. But he was practicing his guitar in the bathroom, on the bathtub, because it had the best acoustics in the house. And he kept playing Los Laureles over and over and over again. And I was 3 years old when I just jumped in, started singing Los Laureles, not knowing a lick of Spanish, and messing up words. Like, I mean, it's even on my first album. And my mom, she laughed at me saying that you sound like a viejita. You're so cute. I'm like, thanks, Mom. So he recorded it. He was like, we got to do something with this. So at 5, he actually started putting me on stage with the local bands. And then at the age of 9, I joined the New Mexico Hispanic Music Association, children and youth competition. And it turned out that a friend of ours, Francis Castellano, was the one that recommended my parents to this. And after I entered, I won Child Artist and Children's Song. And
Awesome.
I won a free trip all the way to Las Vegas, Nevada to perform for the opening of the Palms Hotel with the mariachi group. So it was fun, and afterwards it got addicting. I have to say it is addicting to perform in front of people, and I was like, Dad, I want to continue. So I did New Mexico style music till I was 12, and then at the age of 13, my dad says he went up to my mom and said, hey, I need you to book these tickets to Las Vegas, Nevada. We need to go to this convention. Just book it. My mom, again, she's like, all right. So she booked it, and it was at the HenDawg Music Convention. Wow. And I got hooked, and the first person I saw on stage performing was Shelly Lattice.
Yeah.
And I was like, I want to be like her. So that's how it took off from there.
Wow. Dice Sam, Jaime dice, dads are the best with their big red heart. Y lo dice Paul. Yep. Paul comes in, dads are the absolute best, right, Larry? He said, Larry, that's Henry's dad. He said, well, of course, I have to agree. but it's true, you know. Right, exactly. I mean, when your family is into music and they inspire you to sing, and especially, I think for anybody, I think even for a guy, I mean, the dad is like, wow, you know, he's there. And then when they throw you on stage, you know, it's like, just think about how much confidence they have in you if they're throwing you on stage. I mean, cuando estás chiquito, maybe you don't think about that. You know, Dad, come on. But if you think about it now, man, how much confidence your dad had on you that you were going to be able to perform. Right. You know, it's just even sing, whatever, you know. But just the fact that you open your mouth and sing, man, that takes a lot of guts for a little kid to do that, and for a dad to know that you could possibly suck at it, and he puts you out there, and he takes a chance, you know, that hey, ¿qué onda? ¿Por qué te pones tu niña aquí? You know, whatever, you know, people talk, you know, that kind of deal. But he had enough confidence in you guys that you guys were going to be outstanding, and look at you guys now, man. I mean. Yeah, props to you, man. It's like,
I have to say, I got to give props to my mom out there too, because she's the driving force. She's my manager. She's the one who's constantly getting looking for gigs. I mean, whipping up into shape. Even the band members, they're scared of my mom because if they mess up, they're on contract. And she says, guys, if this happens, if this doesn't happen, you guys are responsible for this. She is crazy. But she is the one she's the driving force between me and my dad.
Orale, cool.
Same, I feel that. My mom is definitely my momager.
Yes.
Yes. And
my momager.
The momager. A lot of my band members are afraid of my mom too.
hey, we all fall from the same tree.
I have a question. Is she below 4'10"? Is she tiny?
My mom?
Yeah.
No, she's 5'2" or 5'3".
My mom is. I have to say the short momagers are the scariest ones because mine's 4'11", and the people are afraid of her. She's the nicest person in the world. When it comes to her babies, no way.
Candace, I have to touch on the same subject because you know my mom's gonna kill me. She's in the next room across from me, but you know, going back to 4'11", that's the same thing. My mom, you know, I mean. My mom reminds me of, you know, Little Miss Dynamite, you know, Shelly Lattice, you know?
Yeah.
but, you know, my mom, you know, is the same thing, you know what I mean? She scares the living heck out of me. And mind you, I'm 27, so, you know, she'll make me bob and weave, you know, in front of people, in front of anybody, you know what I mean? You know, you just don't backtrack your parents. And, you know, that's why I got a good head on my shoulders, you know, doing these kind of things, man. But, you know, but you're right, Candace, you know, the 4'11", momagers are the
le dice la mamá de Henry a Henry, vas a ver cuando llegues a la casa te voy a tus buenas.
And it's because they're mama bears. That's why no one messes with their kids. No, no one messes.
She's 5'2", but like that attitude is 6 foot tall. You know?
That's my mom. That's my mom. Sorry, Mom. I know you're watching. I love
you. No, yeah, for sure. We need those mama bears. They can catch us.
Oh, yeah. Pretty cool.
So, do you guys got any upcoming performances that you're guys going to be performing at for Labor Day weekend?
Not for for Labor Day weekend, but I have Diva Mania coming up in Angleton, Texas on September the 16th, and I'm excited about that.
Nice.
And speaking of moms, like, she's not
Congratulations.
real scary, you know, but she is the one that I go to. I'm like, how does this outfit look? How does this look? Like, she makes the final approval of like all the outfits that I wear. All the other stuff she doesn't get involved in, but the outfits and how I look.
She
and all
takes
that,
care of the fashion industry, right? It's
yeah,
like,
like, I gotta make sure, you know, because we don't want to show too much or like be inappropriate. And she's like, this looks good, this doesn't look good. So I like that about my mom. She's very honest. She's like, no, this doesn't look good. I'm sorry, like change it or whatever. So,
Wow.
yeah.
I think I'm gonna jump on hers. So I'm actually performing Sunday for the Lordsburg Tejano Fiesta.
Oh wow.
So I'll be doing that one Sunday, and I think I'll be opening up for Texas Latino.
That's huge.
And
congratulations.
Yeah,
that's
thank
awesome.
you.
Yes, congratulations. Hey, I will see you there, girl. I'll be. I'll be there.
We got trouble coming. We got trouble.
oh man, who invited him?
You're bringing the sparkly jacket, right?
Oh,
It's got to be sparkly.
Of course, it'll be my red one also.
I might bring my silver red, my silver sparkly one just for you.
I got a silver jacket too to match you, Sue.
What?
That's
So
funny.
yeah, we'll see you out there. So we'll see everybody out there in Lordsburg, New Mexico. That's only 3 hours from me. So we'll see you out there, okay?
It's 4 hours from me.
I think I have a flyer for that here somewhere. I'm trying to look at stuff here that I go, pero no, síguele. Let's see. I think,
but it's an awesome event.
Is that the Tejano Festival?
Lordsburg, New Mexico. Yeah.
I have the flyer for that. I'll show it. Keep talking.
Yeah, it is an awesome event because you get to see all these amazing artists come from all over. I mean, too bad I ain't gonna be able to make it for the Saturday show.
Yeah,
I believe the 10-year-old, 11-year-old Maria Paula is opening up.
Yeah, she's gonna be there.
That young lady right there
voice.
has like, oh my! When I first heard her, I was like, wow. For her age, you know what I mean? I was like, dang, I was like, wow. But it's a great lineup. It's going to be very awesome. It's going to be hot, I'm sure. It's Lordsburg. I mean, there ain't much to do in Lordsburg, but I mean, put on a show. Sunday's lineup is going to be phenomenal.
Here's the flyer, guys.
Exactly. Look, posted it up right there.
I mean, let me see. Let me go. Here it is. There it is. And we have all those Phoenix are going to be here. There's Paulita here.
She's singing Tejano Awards too, I think, this year.
Yeah, she is. She's got some Tejano Awards. And then on Sunday, we have these people coming in. There's Candace on Sunday.
Yeah.
Ahí está Candace.
Oh, how beautiful. That's awesome.
Little Joe.
Yep. And Stephanie.
Stephanie. I love Stephanie.
Yeah,
me too.
She's so awesome. She does such a great show.
Tejano Latino. And then you have...
We have the radio stations.
Yeah.
Wow.
Tickets are $30 if you buy them now, man. $35 at the gate, and if you want to go sit on the VIP area, it's going to be $40. There's going to be a car show, unless you tell people that you feel like you're 12 years old, so you can get it free.
I regret
I kind of feel like a 12-year-old, so I get it free. Well, tampoco no. That's the kind of thing that's going on now in the United States, no?
Well, what's sad was I found out that there was going to be a car show later on, and I was like, oh, if I would have known, I would have brought my Mustang because I have a 66. And I was like, oh, I should have, cleaned her up and took my Mustang.
You can still do it. You can still do it, man.
Look,
no
my
way
sister,
to lug it. No way.
My sister says we're gonna party in Lordsburg Saturday and Sunday. See you there, Candace.
Nice.
That's all.
Well, I was going. That's a really great lineup of people.
Man,
it's gonna be fun.
There's a legend there that my mom has to see there or see anytime. That he's in the area of New Mexico and between New Mexico and between Lubbock and Midland. The little Joe y la Familia, one of the all-time great legends, man.
Yep.
Here's our outside correspondent, Jenny. What are you reporting on tonight, Jenny? Oh my goodness!
I want to hear the beautiful Vanita Leo sing some music,
Yes.
man.
All
I
right,
want to
let's.
hear you sing.
Oh wait, no. Let's see somebody else who wants to
Do
take.
it acapella. Acapella.
Yeah, do one acapella. Where you'll be able to sing some more.
I'm gonna embarrass myself. I'd rather do it like right this second. Is she gonna go?
Oh, mírala, no, se toda la guitarra y todo.
Ahí viene.
Awesome.
Sorry, guys.
We're gonna sing a song called La Trenza. It's
La trenza, órale.
La Trenza. It's a song
La
about
trenza
a
como el
mother.
pelo.
Yes, it's a song about a mother doing her daughter's hair, and she's telling
man,
her
that's
how. Yeah,
Wow.
she's a beautiful message to her. It's one of my favorite songs to sing. So. Tú eres distinta a todas las del barrio. Para mí, la princesa de la población. Tú eres hermosa como una perla. No debes pasar hambre, no debes de sufrir. Y mientras dejo tu trenza, imagino cuando crezcas, verás cómo vas a brotar, serás la flor más bella. Cuando te miro, mi reina, cuando te escucho cantar, yo sé, una estrella serás, la que más va a brillar. No vas a caer como esta vieja que dejó de cantar por un amor. Tú debes ser libre, salirte de esta mierda. No hagas caso en lo que dicen, no quieren que florezcas. Y mientras dejo tu trenza, imagino cuando crezcas, verás cómo vas a notar, serás la flor más bella. Cuando te miro, mi reina, cuando te escucho cantar, yo sé, una estrella serás, la que más va a brillar. Yo sé, una estrella serás, la que más va a brillar.
Wow,
That's gorgeous.
dude. Dice
Wow.
Jenny, like, who's crying, man? Oh man.
Wow.
Man, I just got the chills on that song, man.
I bet that one's gonna be heard a lot during Mother's Day, man. It's
No.
like, wow.
Wanna watch?
Thank you.
I'm doing a trenza.
There you go. No, but it's cool. It makes sense because, traditionally, mom does the trenza takes care of the hair. It's like, oh man, what a song.
My mom did my hair a lot growing up too, and it's one of my best memories with her.
He's a Jenny Bravo. Yeah, definitely.
Gracias,
Yeah.
muchas gracias.
Wow, man. It is
Wow. You
cool.
know, my dad.
And then to sing that song with your dad playing, oh man,
Oh,
even
yeah.
more special.
Right.
I was gonna say that there's nothing like having blood voices. That's what my dad calls it, is blood voices harmonizing. It's just so beautiful.
Yeah.
Absolutely
I feel
beautiful.
that. I feel that. He's my favorite person to harmonize with.
My dad is the same way. I just like when we every time I do a video, I always want him to do harmonies on me because he does it so beautifully and it just meshes so well. And the one who I actually harmonized with a lot was my brother. And too bad he's not here. I wanted him here so we can do a couple of songs together, but
Yeah.
no, he went to the gym.
Ah,
Oh, I feel that. My brother's a gym rat too.
Yeah.
Wow. So who else sings in your family, Vanita, besides your
Yeah.
dad and you?
My tía Esmeralda Guzman.
Órale.
She did a lot in the 90s. And then my tío Poncho as well. And then my tío Mike, my tía Esmi's husband, he has a mariachi group here in San Antonio. And he actually, he taught me a lot. I played violin with him growing up. He taught me violin. And his son is in Mariachi Los Camperos, based in LA. So definitely learned a lot from the Guzman family as well.
That's cool.
Heck yeah.
Wow, yeah, man, that's really, really, really cool.
No, you're very
Yeah, you said
talented.
Jenny, your brother being all healthy.
Yeah, I need to learn from him.
Yeah, aquí dice the harmonies are on point. Dice Jenny, the harmonies are no, you know, where was it? It was the harmonies are on point. Yeah.
Thank you so
No,
much.
that's cool. The harmonies were cool. Yeah.
I can just listen to trios all day just for the harmonies too. I mean, it's just so beautiful. I'm like, I'll just sit there and just stare. I might look crazy, but I'll just stare at them watching them.
Saludos a Chris Zavala.
Chris Zavala.
¿Qué pasó?
Magali,
Dice Jenny, where are my earphones?
Oh.
Here they are.
I love you.
Oh my goodness.
Magali, I think you got your voice warmed up with that coffee. I think you're ready to sing, you know?
Yeah,
man. Let's put her in the middle. There you go. Hey, I just saw we got all boys on top and all girls in the bottom. Well, except for Dad.
Joel Vargas, Senior, ¿cómo estás?
Hi, Dad.
No, me shut up. Saludes.
Is your dad going to be in Lawrenceburg too, Candace?
My whole family's going to be there.
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
All right, so
we're a team.
You ready?
Hey, I'm going to invite you to my hotel that we can come and harmonize and sing in my hotel. Okay?
Oh, yeah. Heck yeah.
Are y'all staying at the Hampton Inn?
No, I think we're staying at the Comfort Inn.
Or you're going to have to go to the Hampton Inn and go to my room. Are you guys?
Don't do it. Don't
go.
Chaperone.
Dude, this is not a pickup show, dude. I'm just kidding. And now for our next contestants of this. So, what would you
Welcome
cook for
to
dinner?
Daylight.
Henry. I gotta play one song with her.
Yeah, my dad's playing with me on stage. He's gonna be on stage with his guitar.
And what song?
Oye, Dad. Oye, lo que dijo. Dad,
I can't tell you. It's a surprise. I'm not gonna tell you. I'm not gonna give away all my tricks.
Hey, Dad. Oye, lo que dijo Henry, que he wanted Candace to go to his room. Órale, vamos a ponerle una paliza. He didn't mean that. He just loves her voice. Ay. No, pues está bueno. Órale, Magali, you ready?
Yeah, sorry.
I'm over here sweating.
So
put your
my
mic
voice
on.
is a little not that great because I was recording all night, so it's a little rough. So
Yeah.
a little piece of my single que se llama Para que seas feliz. Guys, right now it's number 10 on the charts. I'm super excited. So, thank everyone who's like requesting the song. And okay, so that's the introduction for my song. All right, here we go. Esta vida que vivemos me está matando como el perro y como el gato, siempre peleando, tristemente decidido, es mejor dejarnos. Yo no soporto esta tristeza que yo te causo, para que seas feliz. Mejor me voy de tu vida, aunque me lleve esta herida. Así es mejor que vivir peleando, para que seas feliz.
Wow.
Man, that's pesado, girl.
But I'm sorry. That's the best.
Yeah, man.
You are off.
No, you were on. You were on.
Cool.
Serious.
¿Qué dice Jenny? Jenny always has stuff. Look at that. I bought a CD
Oh,
and signed the
nice.
poster. Oh yeah, cause Jenny was there at where you were performing, man. It's like no. You, I was supposed to be there and I didn't feel too great, and so Jenny called me. Hey, you're gonna come over, Roy? And no, siempre no. And then we did a StreamYard to where we were doing videos. Jenny was putting the camera, and HenDawg and I did a show. And
Right.
man, you guys look great, man. Ruby se miraba. Man, she
Phenomenal.
Ruby looked like a Disney princess.
Yes.
No, right? She looked like a Disney princess. And Magali, you look great, man. You were wearing some capris, and the color was, I don't know, kind of like a green turquoise. Alucina. Well, you're into fashion. I mean, you kind of design your own clothes and stuff, you know. So
Oh,
it's
that's
like,
cool.
yeah,
That is
man.
cool.
I suck at that.
It was really cool.
Look at here, my dad puts Ismael toda vida con los caballos, el choro que no.
El charro.
No, hablando de caballos, bro. No, mira. No, mira, no, guáchale, no.
Holy crap.
Speaking of horses, ¿dónde vamos? Here we go. Speaking of horses, look at this. Look what I got here for you guys.
Uh-oh. Nice.
Look at that caballito there.
Oh my
What?
god.
Is that a palomino, Ismael?
Is it?
Sí.
Es un palomino. Está bonito.
Wow.
Gracias.
Is that a little pony, or I mean, like a
No,
horse?
es una yegua, es mi gaviota.
Sí, se me parece como una girl, sí es verdad.
Ujú. Y la
bonita.
otra, la compañera es la golondrina. Es
La golondrina.
un frisón.
Wow, man. No, pues de una vez, let's do here, look at this. Aquí
Oh,
está el Ismael,
nice.
míralo.
Nice.
El chavo parece modelo, ¿no? Doesn't he look like a GQ model, man? Look at that. No, me
Dior.
está guapo el chavo. And look at him. I like this one. I like this one because el maíz and it's your own background y se mira bien. Esta es la pasión del norte. Órale.
Sí, no, me encanta el campo. Y ese día andábamos dando serenatas en el valle.
Oye, ¿dónde vives, Ismael?
Vivo en Houston, Texas, pero igualmente pues me la paso entre el valle, San Antonio
Órale, sí,
y General Terrano.
¿Dónde en el valle? ¿Dónde vienes al valle?
A FAR,
Okay. FAR, McAllen, Edinburgh, por ahí.
Todas esas áreas.
Órale. No, está bueno con el quinto, ¿verdad? Es un quinto.
Sí, es bajo quinto.
Hey, man, I'm learning about that, man, because David Gonzalez is teaching me a lot of stuff about the quintos, man, and all that. They're real pretty.
Wow.
Mira, aquí estás, aquí bien cool. Just
Qué
relax
selfie.
con el hat. Look at that hat, man. Hey, Henry, you need to get one of those hats, man. You know?
Yeah, I know. I need to, man.
You need to get a hat like that, bro. When you do your deep jogging, man. Is this you actually doing the cowboy
Sí,
thing,
fuimos.
o nomás estás ahí con
No.
quiero decir la palabra porque se oye medio curiosa nowadays.
Andaba vacunando las vacas ese día ahí en el ranchito. Y
Órale.
Pero que estaba peleando con un becerrito, no creas que era el toro. El toro
Sí,
sí me da una arrastrada.
sí, sí, claro, sí, sí, sí.
Pero andábamos destetando y también pues vaccinando a las que
Órale, órale.
y poniendo aretes.
No, that's cool, that's cool, that's cool. Let me go back here again, and then this is you by, I guess, a river or something,
Sí, es
Pasión del Norte.
sí,
Oye,
son fotos de la nueva portada del disco Pensando en Ti.
órale.
Canciones
Es la que
improvisaciones.
no, ahorita no nos han cantado, sí. You're seeing a little bit of that, and of course this is that. All right, so guys, I'll share some more pictures in a little bit. So remind me to share more pictures. I'm going to share pictures of every one of you. So watch out. You never know what I'm going to come up with. All right, let me see some comments here. A ver, ¿dónde andamos? Where we at?
Saludos el Borado de San Antonio, Mr. Roy Ariaga.
El Roy.
Saludos, Roy, compadre.
El Roy, man, I don't know where I'm at, pero I lost where were we? I look at la language de eso, de la yegua.
And then Joel Vargas puts, ¿y por qué saco la lengua?
Oh,
however you spell that, dice.
I'm gonna be right back. Well, apparently, I got something. I'll be right back. A little surprise.
All right, cool. Órale, we're gonna get a surprise. I love it. Órale, míralo. Dear own Candace. ¿Y qué dice aquí? A new one. Quiero lote. Oh man, what's your favorite Mexican kind of like, snack? Like elote, raspa.
For sure.
Roy.
Okay. We have a fruteria and I have
Oh my.
Oh, míralo. Nice.
Nice.
Hey,
you like the pictures, huh? Hey, Roy, how's it going?
Candace, where do I get mine at so I can match you for Sunday?
Oye, mira, no, ya. Como dice Henry, ¿cómo dicen aquí estos chavos? Ponle casa, bro. NTC advertises me, so I want to hear more. Yeah, you go. Man, that's pretty cool. Saludes, Larry. I mean, everybody's talking up a storm, man. That's cool. I'm reminding you to share no more photos. Yeah. Okay. She wants to see more photos. Okay. Who do we want to do next? Let's see.
Mira, ahí viene mi mamager.
Mamager. Ay, no, hombre. Mommy's on it, man.
Hey,
oye, no, man. Hey, dude, I don't have a hat. Jenny, bring me a hat, Jenny.
Oh my God.
Let's go with Magali. This is right there.
Actually, like my dad was on the phone and he says, "Hey, go to my closet. My hat's there." And I'm like, "I'm so glad it fits." He's not getting this back, by the way. Dad, this is mine.
Ya valió, ya ni modo. Let's go with Magali here. Marali's got the dance, because Magali dances. Marali's a dancer. She's got you're classically trained, or que bailas. You used to dance ballet, no? Okay.
Yeah, ballet, hip hop, salsa, and so I kind of just like put all that together in the cumbias. Like,
and that's why the hands look really pretty, like she knows what she's doing.
You look good. Oh my goodness, I love that top.
Mira.
Too.
And you know what?
Wow.
When we did the interview con Magali, the last time I told her, because I come from the photography end of it, hands are hard to photograph, guys. And if they don't look natural, they don't look good. And look at her hands; se miran bien cool. They look natural. Se miran bien. Mira. A little bit sexy here, a little bit sexy for the album cover.
Yeah.
Beautiful pictures.
Yeah.
No. And look at her jewelry, man. Her jewelry's really cool. Her earrings.
Beautiful.
I was looking at your earrings earlier too. You have really cute earrings on right now too.
Thank you.
Red is your color. I mean, oh my goodness.
Look at that one. The sexy executive
Wow.
You need to style me. What the heck?
I will.
Okay, we'll go to Vanita. Hey, look at her.
Oh.
That was in Guadalajara on my recent trip.
Oh yeah, was it Guadalajara?
Yes, I'm actually going to Guadalajara tomorrow as well.
Oh, cool.
Órale.
That's nice.
That's cool. Oh yes, and you got an ear piercing. I mean, not an ear piercing, but a nose ring, right?
Yes, I have a septum and a nostril piercing. My septum isn't in right now, though.
Oh, cool,
wow.
man. Mírala.
So
That's cool.
I cropped this one to get a closer look, but this was like full length. Nomás que lo corté ahí right there. And it's really cool. I like your look, man. I like your look. That's a hard pose to do, by the way.
yeah.
That pose is hard to do because sometimes you turn the head so much that you get little veins popping in here and the whole bit.
Yeah.
That's a good one. You know, that's actual life. She was. ¿Dónde estabas cantando ahí?
At the Starlighter on Fredericksburg.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
That was this past weekend, right? At the Starlighter.
In San Antonio?
Yes, I performed with Mario Ortiz, Aaron Haller, Jorge, Palombo, and then my son Richie and my dad as well. It was really fun.
Oh yes, and how old are you, girl?
I'm 20. I just turned 20 in June.
Yeah,
Oh.
you're not this pollita, but you know, at least you're not like 16, you know. But you know, you're 20, man. So that's still young, man. Wow, amazing. You're amazing, girl. You know,
Oh, that's a
Oh,
pretty
that's an old
photo.
photo.
that's kind of like dramatic
That's
look there.
pretty.
You know, hey man, you're ready for the movies, man.
Thank you. My sister took that photo.
Oh
That's
man,
pretty.
you know.
Wow.
That's my single cover. I just came out
man.
with Cumbia Marchate.
That's beautiful.
Thank
That
you
is.
so much.
How many sisters do you have?
Just one. My older
Oh,
sister,
no.
and she is going to have her baby next Wednesday.
Oh,
That's another show.
Yeah.
that's so cute.
No, ese era well, I had some of Ray's stuff here from the other show.
DJ HenDawg looks más guapo.
I tried putting HenDawg's picture in here, pero the system doesn't allow it.
Yo también, ahí voy a cambiar el sombrero.
No. Okay, hold on. That requires this.
¡Arriba México!
Let's put you in the middle, bro. Quédate con eso. Hey, Henry, what happened to your hat? I thought I saw you wearing a hat, man.
Yeah,
Te queda muy bien, te queda muy bien.
Man. Por eso el chavo de Bonanza.
Hey, I need a date for Lawrenceburg. Anybody taking me out?
Este vato, no te digo. Bueno. And I know I share this
Hey, I'm gonna
picture a
take
lot,
my hat
but
from
you know,
Watcha.
bear with me. That was you, bro. That you should wear that hat with this suit.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you should wear that hat with this suit.
Looking
I think it would match, right? It's got a little bit of red on the hat. It would match, right?
Looking all fresh.
You can do the little
Oh my
Mexican hat
God.
dance. Ay, ay, ay. No. Ay, que deja pararle aquí. Man, they're doing cuckoo. Es que me fui
Is that
mal.
the Bud Light one?
Bud Light hat, baby.
Yeah.
Bud Light hat.
Míralo, no, hombre, tiene todo. Man, I need to get me a hat, dude. Somebody needs to send me a hat and I'll wear it on the show and we can
Hey,
we can
you know
have
what, man? I might make some of these with my logo on them, man.
Yeah, man. Luego, mándame uno. Órale. And then here's somebody with a blue guitar. No sé quién es. Who's that
Oh
with a
my
blue guitar?
god.
Who's that?
I love
¿Quién es ese? Is that somebody's sweetheart, Henry? ¿Quién es?
I'm sorry, I'm taken. It's called music.
Period.
Mírala.
Oh my god.
Oh
I
my
was I was 15.
That's when you were
I
15?
love that photo.
I was 15.
No way. That's you at 15.
Yep.
I love that.
Oh man,
And that's my natural hair color. That's dark.
you heartbreaker, you. Mira,
Yep,
el álbum. Yo
I was
soy
16
mujer.
in that one.
Those are
You're 16 there? No
cute.
way.
I was 16 in that photo.
Wow. we're like 21-year-old guys hitting on you when you were 16 or what?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like that.
We've had some interesting things happen
Situations.
to us. Yeah, we even had a person stalk me from Texas all the way to New Mexico, and my dad put a stop to that quick.
There you go.
And
Wow.
he was like, nope. The one thing I feel bad about women in the industry, and some men too, is that we get some really weird people online. I mean, we've gotten people where they were just very vulgar or just trying to hit on us, or even at shows. I mean, I've had guys come to my show saying, hey, I showed up to your gig. Are we going to my room? I'm like, no.
Sí. Así como Henry. Así como Henry. Awesome.
Red flag.
Hijo de su, man. Dude, de perdido lleva la Whataburger. Oh man, no, man, that's disrespectful, man. It's like, man, when you shouldn't treat women at all like that. But I mean, guys, especially artists. I mean, man,
and that's the thing, because like people, they get mad because I share my my social media. I share it with my dad, my mom, because they manage me, so they have access to my Facebook, my Instagram, everything. So if I don't see it, they'll see it, and they'll back and forth. So I mean, it's good to have, and it's that's why I always warn like girls coming into the industry, just be very, very careful, because there have been incidences where it's you don't feel safe, especially when you get off stage. So I always say, have somebody with you if you're gonna go. Like for me, I have to change after a gig. I have to get comfortable. So my brother's always coming with me. I'm like, dude, come with me. I need to go change. I just want to get comfortable. I always have him to protect me, or my dad, or even my mom. I don't go off anywhere.
Wow. No, sí es verdad, because I know, like in the photography industry, well, in the modeling industry with photography, a lot of times, our model needs to change on set. And so we would get like a little tripod, arriba hacíamos un stand con un tripod arriba y una sábana alrededor, and that's where she would change, boom, boom, boom.
Right.
And it's like it's inconvenient, but that's what you got to do. But that's because of that style. But man, how sad that you can't even go to the restroom because somebody is gonna try something. But and in a way, okay, I'm not saying that it's cool and it's right, but you can understand it from the fans' point of view. You can almost understand it because you don't know where they're coming from. Right. But sometimes, and we talked about this. I was doing a show with con Andy Bustamante, when I first started to do the Tejano industry shows, and we were talking about how women are treated inside the industry. Right. How sometimes, situations happen where, either the producer or even DJs, or people like that, especially those DJs, especially like Henry DJ, que te invita al cuarto o algo, or for, hey, you want some airtime, you got to pay me a couple of favors, and they're not talking about Benjamins and stuff like that, and you guys get proposed. And it's like, I mean,
it's true,
and that happens, maybe not too much to you, Vanita, because your dad and your mom's are always there, but as you get older and your parents are not around, I'm sure nowadays, Candace, well, you're still around with your dad or somebody, but you get it more now than you did before, and claro, because the age too. Pero Magali, I mean, does that happen to you? I mean, where they te mandan, where they tell you, hey, baby, ¿qué pasó? ¿Qué onda?
I could write the book, okay? Yeah. That it's what Candace said. I had an interview today, and they're like, what advice would you give to other Tejano artists or other artists? And that's the first thing I said. Don't go anywhere by yourself. Don't be trusting. You need to surround yourself with a good team. Surround yourself with your family if you can. My parents were heavily involved too at one point. Now, fortunately, happily, I'm engaged. So my
congratulations.
Guys, we weren't supposed to tell. I'm not wearing my ring, but we weren't supposed to tell Magali. That's so secret. I'm kidding. Whoever the fiance is, I'm kidding.
Otro Henry.
I'm okay with that. No, pero sí es verdad, Magali, man. It's true. It's
No, it's very true.
and you know, I mean, you know, you come with your talent y todo, and you're good, and they don't look at your talent at some point, you know.
Right.
Y por eso dicen, I mean, women, you know, you have to try. I mean, guys have to be good singers, but women, I think, have to be twice as good just to be okay. I mean, and I'm not trying to belittle the talent of the women, but it's the industry. That's how it's been, to where it's been only guys, and then you get the sexist part of it that doesn't allow you that doesn't allow them to see your talent, because they're seeing your body, they're seeing your looks, and they're looking at you, and you know, that's sad. That's sad that
you get trolls too. I mean, you get people that are just mean. They just come up to you and say, "Oh, I don't like your voice. You need vocal lessons." Or like the other day, I just did my rendition of Si Una Vez. I was like, I don't normally do Selena music out of respect for her. I don't do it, but people kept pestering me, and I made a video. And one lady said, "I like the original better. You just butchered it." And I was like, I don't want to be like Selena. I just wanted to do a different way of doing the song. We got people who are mean as well. And you got to take it as a grain of salt when you're in this industry. Like, you don't listen to the haters. There's people who do give constructive criticism. I do listen to those people who actually give good advice. Saying, I've had people tell me, that note doesn't work for you. Try it a little lower, and it works. That is, advice. But when you have people saying, "Oh, you need vocal lessons because your voice sucks," that's a troll. And we've had
TikTok is full of them.
Right. And I mean, you're never going to please everybody, but if you do it because of the love of the music and the love of your fans that you have, that is worthwhile.
Definitely.
Wow, man.
That's and honestly, sometimes those trolls like rack up engagements too on my TikTok. Like, I get like a bad comment, and then boom, like 200 more views. So
I mean, I know we have to touch on this subject, because like I said earlier, Candace, that my mom is like Little Miss Dynamite, Shelly Lares. She was out there in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, at a fiesta, and she's singing Volver, and and some guy, I don't even know who this guy is, but you can see in the video, he looks like some kind of like a ranger kind of type guy. He just comes up and stops her and says, "Hey, your time is up," and I'm like. I'm a DJ. I'm the same way. You know what I mean? I'd have been like, "Hey, you're not coming to tell me my time is up." You know what I mean? No matter how much you paid me, you do not tell me how much my time is up. You know what I mean? So what's your guys' intake on that, man? Because I mean, I'm sure as you guys as artists and stuff, it gets really hectic and really upsetting, because you're supposed to put on a set for an hour, and then you get the guy. Nothing starts on time. But they come and tell you, say, "Hey, you need to get off at this time." So what's your guys' intake?
That literally just happened to us this past weekend. Like, we prepared a 45-minute set, and then like last minute they told us that it was down to 30 minutes.
Wow.
But we were jamming so hard, like we didn't even like think about it, and then we went up to like almost 50 minutes, I think. So it happens,
Yeah. And I mean, the thing is, again, you're gonna have those instances where people are gonna push you off stage. There's gonna be, the reason why I'm gonna be that type of person is because I was behind the scenes at one point.
Right.
So I helped with the Española Fiestas for I think it was 2013. And I know we have a time limit to have the space. So there have been instances where I'm like, guys, this guy took too long. I had to cut the act because he did not want to stop singing. And he knew he was in this 45-minute set and he wanted to go an hour. Yeah. And we do have musicians who do that. But there have been instances where there's musicians who don't have enough material.
Yeah.
Where it just messes up with the time. So on the other end of the spectrum, I do know that there's permits that you got to go through. You got to go through the cities. You got to go through whoever owns the place. You have a time, and there have been cases where they'll just shut you off. They'll shut down the whole concert at that specific time. Yeah. Wow. But as a musician, I'm gonna say that I do try to respect time as much as possible. I do tell them, "Hey, I was brought in on this certain amount of time. I do want to do this. If I can't do it, hire me for another date." hire me for another gig because you took my time from me. I wanna play for you guys again, or give me another area that there might be another gig.
Yeah,
right, of course.
That's cool.
So,
Let me go back for a little bit before we leave the subject here. Ismael, I mean, you're a guy and all that, and you're a good-looking guy. Have you ever felt any sexual harassment towards you?
Cuando estaba más pequeño, sí, o sea, me tocó que, pues, tú sabes bien que muchas veces te envuelven entre mentiras y cosas, ¿no? Entonces, le dijeron a mi papá, vas a ver va a haber un festival en otro pueblo y pues vamos para allá, ¿no? Y esto y el otro, entonces pues nos tocaba trabajar en la labor, por lo cual que mi papá no podía asistir. Entonces, pues me mandaron a mí solo, como quien dice, con mi primo, pero igualmente muchas veces te tratan de envolver en otras cosas y es cuando dices tú, o sea, tienes que tener tus cimientos bien puestos, o sea, con los ejemplos que te han dado. Y pues gracias a Dios todo salió bien, nada más que sí, como quiera, tienes que tener mucho cuidado, especialmente las mujeres igual. Es más difícil para ellas y mis respetos y se les aprecia y pues trata uno de estar ahí si se ofrece algo. Pero sí tienen que tener mucho cuidado, especialmente las personas que están comenzando, que no saben del ambiente, y hay muchas personas muy ventajosas.
Yeah, y yo digo que también, you know, like young boys that are going into the industry, I think, you know, the mentality sometimes, I know when we're kids, you know, que yo con aquella, o que y con la maestra, and so we have these fantasies as kids, you know, and then the fantasy becomes reality, and all of a sudden you're kind of, oh wow, and y te enamoras de chiquito, te rompen el corazón because you know, guys are more open to that than a little girl would. ¿Me entiendes? A little boy would be more open to, you know, a girl hitting on him than a girl would be open to a man hitting on her.
Yeah, and as a little girl, I mean, and I've seen them plenty, is that most of the little girls that I see look up to the female artists like, oh my God, like we're heroes. That's what I normally see. The cute things I see with the younger boys is when they get nervous while taking photos with me. That is adorable. Absolutely adorable.
Wow, I love that you are asking from a man's point of view with harassment in the music business. Yeah, because it goes both ways. I mean, you know, I did a show a couple of months ago where we were talking about abuse, you know, violence in the home and all of that, and there's ¿cómo se dice? There's statistic that 1 out of 5 guys is harassed, is abused in a couple, in a marriage. And you would think, well, you know, the numbers are not there, but it's true, you know. No más que guys don't talk about it, you know.
It's not normalized
pero sí pasa eso, you know, and it's like, and you know, I mean, sometimes it's, you know, men with little boys, or you know, you know, men with little girls or whatever, women with girls, you know. I mean, it's weird, you know, but there's everything out there, and you guys, you know, you're kind of like put on there's a target on you, you know, because of who you are, and you know, you're
performers.
You're performers, and at the same time, you might be trophies, you know, for these people, these ugly people that are out there, you know, or they feel like they have power over you in that sense, and it's like, man, so wow, I know that's but you know, people are saying, man, these things need to be. People need to know that these things happen and how you overcome these things. You know. You know, pues a mí como Henry ahorita te está invitando al cuarto y, you know, what's the deal, man?
You're not gonna lose that down, bro. You're not gonna lose that down.
Bro.
I kind of want to get more about Magali's point of view on this, because I mean, I know I get it pretty bad. I know, Vanita, you're probably gonna get it. I mean, pretty bad. If not, maybe your dad screens it for you. But I kind of want to hear like Magali's sort of, I mean, side on this.
I got to be honest, I'm pretty lucky. I know you guys touch base on like the trolling, like on social media, people are pretty friendly. I maybe 1 or 2 comments here and there, and then I'll just like block them or I'll delete them or whatever. As far as the business, I feel like I've been lucky in that sense too. They haven't been like aggressively trying to harass, but they have been maybe trying to be sneaky about it. Like, oh, I have a song, tengo una canción, but then the minute like you say, okay, well, me and my manager are coming, or me and my fiance are coming, you never hear from them again. And for young girls watching, for anyone watching, we're all human beings. We all have the right to feel comfortable in the business that we're in. So if someone tells you, oh, you can't bring someone, you can't bring your mom, you can't bring your dad, don't go. And
100%.
if an opportunity doesn't feel right to you, there's going to be more opportunity. I know as a artist, you feel, okay, I got to do it. I got to do it. I got to do it. No, you don't have to do it. If it doesn't feel right,
nothing.
The opportunity, the right one will come along for you. Don't rush it, because that's when you make those mistakes. And some people have not come back from those mistakes. You hear about these horrible stories. Girl went to an audition. You never saw her again. Girl went to a recording studio. Like, you know, so you be extra careful. There's nothing wrong with taking care of yourself. Self-care. Be cautious. That's my advice always. I have she's expressed, you know, that she wants to be an actress. She's little now. But she's never going anywhere alone. I don't care how old she is. Someone's always gonna be with her. Me, dad, somebody.
Right. Yeah. And you know, so I've seen that from the photography business, because I was in modeling, and then my last years I was a model consultant, and so I would work a lot with a lot of models, would-be models, and I used to train my models, and I go, look, you have a brain, you're getting into the modeling business, it's a business. And I think and I would say, you know, if you're going for to pose for some photographer, and some photographer tells you, hey, you got to do nudes, no, you don't. And then I would train them. Because when they would come in fresh from I had a little form, and I would say, okay, your name, address, and blah, 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 blah. And then they would go, okay, what kind of photography style do you want to be photographed? Okay, I want to do bathing suits. I want to do sundresses. I want to do casual. I want to do sports outfits. I want to do semi-nudes. I want to do nudes. But they gave the okay on a piece of paper. And I'm basically saying, well, can I bring my mom? Sure, bring your mom. You know, because if the model doesn't feel comfortable, she's not going to perform well. When a photographer does not allow you to bring somebody else to the shoot, porque te dice, oh no, because it's going to affect the lighting. No. There's red flag right there. Right. No matter who you are, whether you're a boy or a girl, a young man or young lady, whatever, you bring whoever you feel comfortable being in that room with them. Because you hear stories that the casting couch stories, they are truth, guys. They are truth, and it's up to you, because it's your business, how to protect yourself. Because it happens, and don't be naive, you know, because sometimes even though they have power, they can use that power to power you, to overpower you.
You have to trust your gut, because I mean, there have been incidences where I'm like, okay, this doesn't feel right. I'm gonna go get my brother. Yeah. That gut feeling is there for a reason. If you feel that the situation is uncomfortable, or if you feel that like something might go wrong, listen to it and walk away. Don't, because I have a habit. My brother always tells me, Candace, you don't need to act all tough. I mean, we know you're strong and things like that, but there are stronger people. So my brother's always telling me that don't act tough. I mean, you can be the toughest girl in the world and you can still get hurt.
Yeah.
So he's always telling me, you know what? And I say that to all the girls, trust your gut, because it's there for a reason.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. I think that's the best advice right there, because sometimes you don't know, because these guys or women, they set you up in such a way that it looks great. It looks like a great deal. And then there's the guilt.
Yes.
They throw the guilt at you. No. See, I mean, I've heard stories, man. It's like, and then they, oh, it was your fault. You know, that kind of
exactly.
deal.
No, exactly.
No, sí. ¿Qué dice? And we have a safe word when Candace is in the crowd. Órale. Hey, you know what? That is a good idea.
So it turns out I'm not gonna say the word,
No.
because I mean we got viewers.
It's candy. It's candy.
Yeah.
If she says candy, hey, watch out.
Well,
but if she says lollipop and strawberry, yeah, look, it's a go.
But going into the safe word, and I do promote safe words. So when I'm meeting people, and I can distinguish a good fan, right, compared to a really bad fan. I mean, I've been in this industry for 20 years. I can kind of see that. Yeah. But when I start feeling uneasy or a fan is trying to get a little too touchy-feely, I would secretly like throw in the word into a sentence. And my dad's always listening, or my brother's always listening. Even my mom, woman, she'll hear it a mile away.
Bionic ears.
Yeah. And so I would sneak it in, and the moment they hear it, they said, "Hey, Candace has another gig. We got to go," or "She has got to go to some signings. We got to get out of here," and we take off.
Yeah. Yeah, and that way you don't look like the bad guy, even though you weren't the bad guy. They were, but at least you know that kind of deal.
Safe words save lives.
Safe words are so important. Yes. I was a server for a while, and there was like a lot of TikTok trends about like saying certain things to your server or to your bartender when something's going wrong. And there was one instance where a girl did say something that I had seen on TikTok, and I told my manager, and we called the cops, and we got her home safely.
Wow.
But thankfully I knew about the trend. Yep. She ordered like a certain cocktail that didn't exist, and I was like, wait, I think I've seen this on TikTok, and I looked it up, and sure enough, it was a safe word.
Wow.
Right. Wow.
And it's sad that we got to get to that point where we have to think about that. It's as women, as girls, even young men have to think about that. Because now that times are changing, so is the aggression. I think it's getting, more aggressive for everybody. So I just want to tell people, be safe. And I do agree with my dad. Who's singing next?
Who's singing next? Yeah. We got too serious, guys. Royal brings out a topic, and whoa, woo! but you know what?
We can go down the rabbit hole, but
you know what? These are the topics that are not talked about. These are the topics that are not talked about, and they need to be out there because you're here giving advice to young and even established singers that may not have thought about it. I don't know. So, ¿a quién le toca cantar? I guess Candace, right? No. A ver, yo Ismael cantó
Candace. Vaya, yo lo que sí tengo que decir, me queda 5% de pila, tengo que cambiar el celular.
Okay, cool.
Más de voladita. Y ahorita
take your time, don't worry, bro.
Okay, I'll be right back.
Okay.
Candace, I have to ask you. You got to sing Los Laureles.
Los Laureles? Okay. All right. I'm not doing that crazy extend that I normally do.
You don't have to.
All right.
You don't want me to sing? I'll make everybody leave the show because I'm pretty horrible.
And I do. I do apologize. My voice is a little raspy because I was practicing before I jumped on for Sunday, so my voice is a little raspy.
Well, sing a comfortable song.
I'm gonna get back to that one later that my voice starts warming up. I'm gonna try to warm up with this one, and then I'll come back to that one.
There you go. Cool.
Okay. Probablemente ya de mí te has olvidado, y mientras tanto yo te seguiré esperando. No me he querido ir para ver si algún día que tú quieras volver me encuentres todavía. Por eso aún estoy en el lugar de siempre, en la misma ciudad y con la misma gente, para que tú al volver no encuentres nada extraño y sea como estoy pidiendo demasiado. Se me olvidaba que ya habíamos terminado, que nunca volverás, que nunca me quisiste. Se me olvidó otra vez. Que solo yo te quise.
Oh, puro corazón, girl. Wow.
Thank
Oh,
you.
man. I love it when she sings to me.
I grew up on mariachi.
Sorry, Magali. Ya cortamos.
Oh,
Wow,
that's another
man,
thing. If you're going to Tejano music, start on mariachi, because if you can sing mariachi, you can sing anything else.
Yeah. Wow. No. I mean, that's, man, pura pasión, girl. Pura passion. It's
Thank
like,
you.
dude, man. And the voice is, man. It's
Thank
like,
you.
No, you really hit that on the note, man. And it's just, I got the chills, man. I love your voice, Candace.
Oh, I love these girls' voices. Oh my God. The soulfulness that Magali has and the purity that Vanita has. It's just so beautiful. I mean, oh my gosh. I love how we have different voices in here, that we can just enjoy each other's voices.
Hola.
Magali, you got another song for us?
Happy birthday to you. No.
Oh.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Who had a birthday? No. Tony ¿quién dice? David Gonzalez had a birthday here recently. Who else had a birthday recently that was in the Tejano industry? I know there's somebody else, man. I don't know.
I'm excited for my birthday. I'm performing on mine.
When's your birthday, Candace?
October 9th.
Órale.
Libra.
Oh, mira, dice que cantes Happy Birthday, Mr. President. Oh.
Marilyn Monroe.
Cántale. Well, Ismael, échate otra.
Yeah.
Do you know tú eres mi vecino?
Ismael, que cante Ismael. Can you hear me, Ismael?
I don't think you can.
Ismael is frozen.
No los escucho. No, I can't. No me está funcionando.
Okay, just sing it that way.
Just sing.
Here, I'll talk to him this way. I'll talk.
Oh my God. Let me go out. Let me try it again.
No, quédate. Se oye bien.
Oh, he's out.
Okay. I was gonna go sing.
Before he comes back, he's nominated for a Tejano Music Award this year.
Yes.
Yeah, but he is.
Órale.
So when he comes back, everybody, let's embarrass him. No, I'm just joking. I'm kidding.
Hey, why not, man?
Magali, do you know the song Por un Amor?
No, but I have a fun song I want us all to sing together. Is that
Órale, cool.
Hey, heck yeah.
That's what we want to do.
I am?
No, just sing it, ahorita, de una vez.
Let's all sing Volver, ¿ya?
Volver. Con letra, he'll get
Yeah.
Okay. Should I start? Okay.
Yeah, you start your song, girl.
Amor apasionado, anda todo alborotado por volver. Voy camino a la locura, aunque todo me tortura. Sé querer. Nos dejamos hace tiempo, pero me llegó el momento de perder. Tú tenías mucha razón, le hago caso al corazón y me muero por volver. Y volver.
brazos otra vez.
Llega ya hasta donde quiero
volver.
Ismael, take it away, Ismael.
Ahora sí.
Dale, síguele, Ismael, síguele otra vez. Y volver, síguele. ¿No?
Y volver a tus brazos otra vez. Llegaré hasta donde estés, yo sé perder, quiero volver.
Nice.
Estaremos en este 15 de septiembre en mi pueblo querido, General Terán, Nuevo León. Ahí vamos a estar cantando. Bueno, me va a tocar cantar con mi mariachi de Montemorelos. Y pues igualmente todos invitados. También próximamente estaremos en Mission cantando con todo el grupo. Y también en Monterrey. Pero pues ahí vamos poco a poco sacando más, ¿cómo se dice? Más fechas. Nos tocó andar de vacaciones y pues ya regresamos otra vez al ambiente.
Perfecto.
Wow, man, that's pretty cool.
That's cool.
Yeah, man. So, hey, what else? Okay, another topic. Let's talk about another topic. Or how we doing? We're doing. Oh, orale. It's only been an hour 30, so we're cool. We're cool.
So another topic. I get hungry. Late at night. So, so after a gig or after a performance or after studio time, you guys prefer Whataburger, In-N-Out, or McDonald's?
Whataburger.
Tacos.
Yeah, right.
Yo me hago tacos.
Whataburger.
All subs, chimichangas. Chimichangas. All subs, chimichangas with Cheetos. That was our after gig ritual. For some reason, after a gig, that's what I needed.
That's your go-to. Yeah, you said Joe Whataburger. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Whataburger's good.
All subs, chimichangas.
One of my things is, I gotta have one of those from All Subs. I gotta have one of those plain chocolate milks, the small one or the large one, before a gig and after a gig. That's part of the HenDawg ritual. Yes, I have to have a glass of chocolate milk before. I mean, I don't sing, but I have to go out there.
He's gotta have his
I have a question for the singers. You guys avoid dairy when performing, right? I'm not the only one.
I always avoid it. It's just not good. It's not good for your voice.
No, it's not
at all. No milk, no cheese. If I have like a chai latte or something like that, soy milk or whatever, a lot of honey.
Honey is the best before a gig.
Yeah.
Yep. Because me, I can't do sodas. I can't do milk. I can't even sparkling waters. I can't do. I mean, unless I've performed for a while, my voice is warm. I can do a sparkling water, but hot toddies really help my voice.
A little bit of like también.
Un tequila, un shot.
A little bit of special. Little bit of something takes you a long way. Yeah, no, that's cool. Well, cool, man. So ¿qué dice Scotch on the rocks? ¿Qué dice Scotch? Scotch is the best gig ever, Cool deal, yeah.
And the reason why he's saying that is because I had a gig. It turned out that when I don't sleep, and I'm pretty sure other singers experience this when they don't sleep, your voice goes out. And so there was one gig, my voice was completely wrecked because I only maybe slept an hour, maybe 2. And I was like, Dad, my voice is going out. I need something. And he was like, I got something for you. So he'd run back, come back, and it was a little shot of scotch. I was like, what? He's like, trust me, it'll work. Sure enough, it numbed the throat, it warmed up the vocal cords, and my voice was back on the mark. So that's why he says a little bit of scotch, just enough to warm the throat, is enough.
And you're so right about you don't get enough sleep and you're a singer. Oof. No, like you can hear it in your voice. You don't have enough strength and power. But yes, a scotch will fix that. That happened to it was the Hano Music Awards, the fanfare. And I was sick. I was like in my tour van crying, and my producer's like, "What's wrong?" I'm like, "I don't have a voice." I had no voice, but they gave me a bit of liquor just to drink back, and they're like, "Just switch around some of the songs and you'll be fine." And I got all the way through, but I was very scared because I was really sick, so I had no.
Wow.
And Vanita, we're just telling you, this is a last like ditch effort sort of thing. You don't, because the thing is, we've had musicians come in and say, okay, well, I'm gonna give me a beer or things like that, and the show gets pretty bad. So I don't normally drink for a gig. That I don't drink before a gig, maybe a little bit after. Like if I have maybe a beer, that's it. But even then, I don't. That's one of those things I even tell everybody wherever I go, because they say, "Oh, Candace, have a shot with me, have a beer." I don't perform during gigs, but thank you so much for thinking about me.
Yeah, that's
End it there.
My ritual is always like an Americano from Starbucks with like an extra espresso shot.
Yeah.
And then a lot of honey.
I want one now, but I got band practice tomorrow. Dang it.
Hey, well, we got Jenny coming in for a little bit here. She's our bench. When somebody pulls out, she comes in, you know. She's our sixth person. How's it going, Jenny? What's going on, girl? Hey, we can't hear you.
We can't hear you.
A ver, no soy el único.
No vos.
Plug it in. Oh, well. Okay, she'll get... Brilliant. There you go. Come on, talk to me.
I love listening to your dad play in the background. I can hear him playing guitar in the background.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Let me.
I can't hear you, Jenny.
I hear him. No. It's my dad plays guitar.
Try restarting your system. Try restarting your system and then coming back.
Actually.
That's probably what it is. Yeah. Anyway, well, cool, man. It's the oh, look at here. Órale, Candace plays guitar. Órale, toca algo, Candace. ¿Qué vas a tocar, Candace? What are you gonna play? There you go. Putting the earpiece on. She's keeping us in suspense.
Oh, what was that? You guys are talking about me?
Yeah, come on and play.
Oh no, I'm gonna wait till Vanita. I want to hear her sing.
Ah, okay. So you were just teasing us with the guitar.
Hey, Vanita, since we heard you sing, can we hear your pop sing?
Of course.
Yes.
Sing one. They want to hear you sing a song.
It's a tuna, bro.
Una cruz de madera, no, just kidding.
They call him la voz y la tos.
Vagando paso la vida, nomás recorriendo el mundo.
Un grito.
Quieren que se los diga. Yo soy un alma sin dueño. A mí no me falta nada. Para mí la vida es un sueño. El día en que yo me muera, no voy a llevarme nada. Hay que darle gusto al gusto. La vida pronto se acaba. Lo que pasó en este mundo, nomás el recuerdo queda. Y a muerto voy a llevarme. Nomás un puño de tierra.
Wow.
Damn.
It's so beautiful.
Damn, dude, that is super,
Wow.
Thank you guys.
super cool. Wow, man. Yeah. Wow.
It's a blessing to be here with you guys for sure.
For sure.
No,
Shout
man,
out to
it's an
HenDawg
honor to
for
have
having
you
us.
here, man.
You know, anytime,
It's
anytime.
an awesome vocalist for sure, and it's a beautiful thing for sure.
Wow.
That's
Sadly,
so cool,
guys, we do have an early flight to Guadalajara, so we're going to have to log off sadly. But
Bueno, entonces si te tienes que ir, you need to sing one more song before you go. That's the exit. That's the price to leave. You have to sing one song.
This one's for DJ HenDawg.
Órale.
Por un amor.
There you go.
Yeah.
Un grito.
Me desvelo abrigo apasionada de un amor que en mi vida dejó para siempre amargo dolor. Pobre de mí. La vida es mejor que se acabe, no es para mí. Pobre de mí, mi corazón. Pobre de mí, no sufras más. Cuánto sufre mi pecho que late tan solo por ti.
Wow.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for having me.
Anytime.
Hugs, kisses.
Wow.
You're awesome, man. You are awesome, girl.
I can't wait to see you guys live. I can't wait.
Thank you guys.
Dad, you did a good job. Thank you for throwing her on stage. Thank you for throwing her on stage.
Oh yeah.
Porque, you know, I mean, so don't be afraid to get pushed into something, guys.
Once again, Vanita, we want to say thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
It was
for
awesome.
dropping by. You have a safe travel.
Gusto conocerte, gusto conocerlos. Muchas felicidades, Leo. Muchas
You're
felicidades.
all awesome.
Muchísimas gracias. Buenas noches a todos. Good night, guys.
Ándale, adiós.
Bye.
Muy bien. Safe trips. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Wow. Where did Jenny go? Anyway, we're party of 5 now. Ahorita viene Jenny and join us in for the
Party
party.
over soon because I'm gonna have to get off in a little bit too, guys.
Oh, no, hombre, no te vayas.
I want to hear Candace do a song, and then I'm gonna say goodbye because I gotta baby to school and all that stuff in the morning.
Wow.
Cool. Órale, pues Candace, sing a song.
I'm gonna go English this time. I don't know
All
about
right,
you
cool,
guys. So I do forgive me. I don't know if you guys can hear my guitar, but
Órale.
Eso.
I had a dream about a burning house. You were stuck inside, I couldn't get you out. I lay beside you and I pulled you close. Then the two of us went up in smoke. Love isn't all that it seems. I did you wrong. I'll stay here with you till this dream is gone. I've been sleepwalking, been wandering all night. Try to take what's lost and broke, make it right. I've been sleepwalking, too close to the fire. It's the only place that I can hold you tight. In this burning house, I see you at a party and you look the same. I could take you back, but people don't ever change. Wishing we could go back in time, while I'd be the one you thought you'd find. Love isn't all that it seems. I did you wrong. I'll stay here with you till this dream is gone. I've been sleepwalking, been wandering all night. Try to take what's lost and broke, make it right. I've been sleepwalking, too close to the fire. It's the only place that I can hold you tight. In this burning house, the flames are getting bigger now. In this burning house, I can hold on to you somehow. In this burning house, oh, I don't wanna wake up in this burning house, 'cause I'm sleepwalking, been wandering all night. Try to take what's lost and broke, make it right. I've been sleepwalking, too close to the fire. It's the only place that I can hold you tight. In this burning house.
Wow.
Thank you.
Yay! Can you hear me?
Wow. Yeah, we can hear Jenny. Yeah, Jenny's alive.
This did not work.
Candace, is that available anywhere for purchase? That song?
Right, exactly.
So I have not recorded it myself.
Okay.
I do have it posted on my YouTube, since it is a cover of Burning House. But I want to record it
You
so
should.
bad.
Yeah, you should.
I'm gonna find that performance and I'm gonna play it for my daughter because she would just love that.
Thank you. Thank you. I am gonna re-record that video because I didn't like it. That was the very first time I played it.
Yeah.
I learned it the day before and then I just recorded the day after. But now that I've like played with it a little bit, especially with the strumming, I want to do a better job on that one.
Wow. Cool.
Awesome.
Candace, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
I mean, you probably, I don't know if you remember, but it was like in 2009, 2010, it was like the Dallas Tejano Convention.
Yes.
And you like were so young. I don't remember how old, but we were young.
Yes.
And Erica was there from Avance.
Yes.
Okay, the bass player for Veronica from Dallas or Grand Prairie. And you sing an original song. I don't know if you had your guitar, but I think you did. And she was crying. I want to know if you remember what song that was and if you could sing it.
That song is called Fly that I wrote. I wrote that based off of a friend who passed away. He was actually my best friend, and he died in an ATV accident. So I wrote that song based off of him. I'm gonna have to remember the chords on how I played it, but my dad did mention this, and that's getting recorded actually. That specific song.
After all this
I'm going to Nashville to lay out a country CD I already have all the production done, all originals from me. A couple, just only 2 covers, but the rest are all originals from me. And I'm gonna get ready for that.
Wow. And sorry to say, God bless her soul, Erica is no longer with us. But I always think about that and about you singing an original, and that she was just so emotional. And I would like to hear that again one day. So.
I'm gonna let me relearn.
I mean, you can think about it, and we can talk, or you can try to figure it out. I don't want to rush you if you're not comfortable, but I just had that thought in my mind when you were playing that. I'm like, is that the song that she sang? Oh my God, we were so young, we had these big old dreams, and we're still dreaming, and we're still doing what we love.
That was actually during the songwriters forum. They were having a songwriters forum, and I forgot who was actually going. He was teaching us how to write songs. But there were Spanish songs at the time, and my dad. And this is a cute story. I'm gonna tell this story. Yeah. And Dad, if you're watching this, can you put the name of the man you were talking to? But it turned out that, of course, I played my song "Fly." My dad was presenting his song, and I don't remember what Spanish song. It was on my album, and he was telling him it's a good song. It's well written, but it doesn't have a hook. Okay. There's no hook. There's nothing to grab people. And so at that time, I started playing "Fly," and he turned around and he says, "That's a songwriter. She's got a hook. She's got a story, and it's inspiring." And I was like, wow. After my dad told me that like a month later, and I was like, oh, I wish I could have met him.
Right. And like I said, my friend was crying, and I'm just like, wow, that song really had an impact on her, and me, but I didn't get emotional, but she did. And I'm like, I really want to hear that again. Maybe I missed something. I wasn't listening.
Yeah. Let me see if I can look at the chords again. Because like I said, I haven't played it on guitar in a while. I've sang it because I was recording in the studio for rough drafts for the production. But let me relearn the chords, and then I'll play it.
How ironic that I asked about that and you're recording it finally. And I'm wondering, like, have you recorded it? I don't know. Like, I just wanted to hear it again. So that's cool. Yeah, go ahead.
Well, I was initially when I started writing country songs, because I'm gonna be honest, I can't write Spanish songs to save my life. I mean, it's not poetic enough. It doesn't flow. It's nada. I can't do it. I mean, my dad, when it comes to like making the words flow or making it sound so beautiful, that's my dad. Yeah. On the English side, I can do that. I mean, I've written
the English side.
Yeah. And actually, I've written 30 songs ready to record. Problem is, I moved. My recorder is somewhere in one of these boxes, and I'm still going through them. My dad can vouch for me. I'm looking all over the place for these boxes so I can start recording. I'm still recording, and I've just like not too long ago, I wrote a song called "Hey Stranger," and I expect good things from that one.
Hey Stranger, is that gonna be the footnote, Henry?
Here you go.
Henry, you already know what? You started it.
I know.
Let's have a meeting afterwards, and we'll figure out the right words next time.
Yeah.
Okay, so I hate to break up the party, but I gotta.
No te vayas. Tómate
One
song to go
before you leave.
Before I leave.
Man, I'm trying to think of one that I liked that night. I mean, I liked them all, but there was like a few that I was like, man. And I have your CD, so I wish I could figure out which one, but I don't know
I can do
that well yet.
Of like the opener song that I did. I hope my neighbors don't file a complaint. I'm over here like, woo. Okay. Mira lo que has hecho. Yo te di toda mi vida, yo te di todo mi amor, yo te di todo lo mío, yo te di mi corazón, yo te di mi corazón. De repente tú te fuiste, de repente no te vi, de repente me dejaste y la tristeza vino a mí, y la tristeza vino a mí.
Wow, man. That is cool.
more prepared. I'm gonna have someone here with a guitar or something like that. But
Next time, okay.
And I'll do like the whole song, and I won't.
And then you can dance y toda la cosa. Fashion show.
Fashion show.
No, but Magali, you know, I want to say thank you for taking some time out of your busy schedule to come into the show tonight. And very awesome performance at the Ruby Ann's show that we saw on Saturday. Very awesome performance.
Thanks to
looking forward to seeing more performances now that COVID is going away, and looking forward to seeing you in your next events.
Thank you so
much. Be sure to send me all your music, okay? And I'll start pushing it and promoting it, okay? Yes. Once again, blessings to you and your family. Congratulations on the engagement, and thank you for dropping by.
Bye, everybody.
Hey, man, cool.
Hey,
Richard Steamboat, how you doing, man? Richard, he's from Brownsville. He makes, bye, Magali. He creates music. He writes music.
Like pista?
No, he does. Yeah, he does covers, but then he changes the names, the lyrics, and he does it a lot to go after the politicians here in Brazil.
Oh, that's cool. He should be in here right now. Send him the link.
Yeah. Hey, Richard, do you want to come on, man? I'll bring you on, man. I'll make you famous.
Yeah,
I'll make you famous, Richard. This ain't the Erasmo show, man. This is.
Yo también.
Hey, yo quiero que Ismael cante.
Voy a cantar antes de irme también, porque me tengo que levantar a las 4 en 4 horas. Pero me despido con una canción. Con la de Tú eres mi vicio. Son canciones 100% originales de mi propia inspiración y pues ojalá que sean de su agrado. Saludos a todos y muchísimas gracias.
And by the way, congratulations on your nomination, bro.
Sí, si pudieran votar.
Felicidades.
Dilos un poquito más de eso.
Estamos, bueno, son prenominaciones todavía, ¿verdad? Y es de la que están dentro de la music industry. Vote only y estoy en 5 categorías. Y pues ojalá que puedan votar por nosotros, Ismael Gutierrez y su Pasión del Norte.
Eso.
De verdad, muchísimas gracias. Te gano musicwords.com.
Toda la culpa de lo que aquí ha pasado, pues fuiste muy precisa, lo tenías bien planeado. Y no te hagas la inocente, tú bien sabes de lo que hablo. En cada uno de tus besos me traes ya bien enviciado. Al principio era bonito, lo tomaba como un juego. Ahora eres más que mi vicio, rehabilitarme ya no puedo. Solo quiero estar a tu lado, ser de tus brazos prisionero. Sentir que eres toda mía, más que nada eso prefiero. Eres tú mi vicio, me estás atrapando. Quiero estar contigo, llenar mi ansiedad, saciar el deseo, quedarme en el limbo, cederle al instinto, mis ansias de amar. Me siento perdido cuando ya no estás. Mis ansias de amarte vuelve una vez más. Solo quiero amarte y verte volar. Y me desespero, te vuelvo a desear.
Wow, man, that's cool, man. You got a great voice, bro. You have a great voice.
Muchísimas gracias.
Do you know any country songs, Ismael?
Sí, pero no, casi no lo canto, pero sí. De hecho, sí quiero grabar 2 canciones country próximamente, pero no sé si vaya a ser hasta el año que entra. Otra de las canciones que también estamos ahorita promocionando es la de Eres Caso Perdido, que dice: al principio todo fue tan bello, un hermoso y casi mutuo acuerdo, pero el tiempo fue pasando y yo te amaba. Te metías poco a poco aquí en mi alma
En el día a día solo tú faltabas, te entregaba todo y tú no dabas nada. Y en la ausencia de tus cálidos besos, me matabas poco a poco sin quererlo. Y en la ausencia provocabas me exaltara. Quería verte en mis besos y en mi almohada. Eres gaso perdido, no soy hotel de paso. Está bien que te extraño y quiera estar en tus brazos, pero eso yo no merezco. Quiero estar siempre a tu lado, mi corazón se está dañando. Eres gaso perdido, no soy hotel de paso. Está bien que te amo y quiera estar en tus brazos, pero ahora me doy cuenta, tu ausencia me está matando y sé que no vale la pena.
Wow.
Wow, man.
Gracias. Ahora sí,
Awesome, bro.
muchísimas gracias. Thank you a todos y muchísimas felicidades a cada uno de ustedes y muchísimo éxito siempre.
I'm gonna call you for a show, man.
Thank you. Nos vemos. Muchísimas gracias por la invitación. Estamos platicando. Cuídense.
Dale, bro. Cuídate. Bye-bye.
Thank
Take
you,
care.
buddy.
Have a nice weekend.
Bye-bye.
There you go. Oh, man. What a cool dude. Let me put Candace down here so it could be boys on top, girls in the bottom. Porque Henry, no sé.
I know I'm gonna have to jump off soon too because I gotta go to Muleshoe, Texas tomorrow.
No, Candace, no te vayas. Don't go.
Another 20 minutes.
So what's going on in Muleshoe, Texas?
So I'm having a final band practice with my band.
What do you mean final? What do you mean?
Before the you probably don't
before
know
Sunday for the fun.
Before
Sunday. In the house.
So performing for Tejano Fiesta in Lordsburg, New Mexico. So we're having band practice before we play on Sunday.
Oh man, that's cool. No, pues está bien. So you're gonna take off already, Candace? No.
Not yet. Maybe like another 20 minutes.
All right, cool.
Don't leave me here with these guys.
In that case, let's hear Jenny sing a song.
I said, don't leave me here with these guys.
hey, Jenny.
Estás casada y se te enoja tu señora.
Who's that in the video way back in the day? Abrázame.
Royal.
What?
We have to break it to him.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. I think we have a misunderstanding. I always tell my husband when I married him, when I start singing again, we got to drop the peña and leave it to my stage name, Jenny Alvarez, because I'm not the Jennifer Peña that you think that I am.
You got the wrong person, Henry.
I'm sorry if I broke it.
Right from the beginning, he had it all wrong, right?
Oh my God. I'm just like,
we so get a Salina or somebody like that.
I'm sorry, but no, I'm a different Jennifer Peña. I'm the other one. I'm the newer one. But I always told my husband, I'm like, we need to, hopefully that never happens. They're going to know it's not me, but I'm sorry that. Oh my goodness.
Wow.
But I do sing some Jennifer. That's why now I know that you
what he was saying, what he was saying before.
And he'd always play Jennifer Peña, and I'm like, wait, my name's Jenny, but you know. But I can sing a Jennifer Peña song. I mean, no problem, because she's Jennifer Peña and I'm Jenny Alvarez.
Yeah.
But let me see what I can do.
Yeah, you need. I'm glad you
showed up. What you're saying is that instead of J Lo, you're JL.
JL. Jenny L.
J-O.
I don't know if I can do this because it's so dry in here. Why do singers always have excuses?
Yeah. No, it's almost earbuds.
You should I know the song. Lo que siento, ¿qué voy a hacer con el vacío enorme que me queda dentro? Si tú te vas, si yo no puedo estar contigo, ¿cómo lo explico, corazón? ¿Cómo se muere de frío? Si tú te vas, se llevará todas mis ganas de vivir. Si tú te vas de mí, amor, si no quedaría ni motivo para poder seguir. Si tú te vas de mí, ¿cómo seguir? Si tú eres dueño de mi alma, estoy perdida sin ti. Si tú te vas de mí, sería así. Yo no podría soportar. Si tú te vas. No, yo no
Oh.
No me voy, Jenny, no me voy. No me voy a ir. Wow. Síguele, ve. You know what?
¿Qué puedo hacer con lo que siento? Si tú me has dado tanto amor con cada uno de tus besos. Si tú te vas, pudiera yo retenerte. ¿Cómo lo explico al corazón cuando se muere por verte? Si tú te vas, sería el final. Mi vida no sería igual.
Take it away, Candace.
Para poder seguir, si tú te vas de mí, ¿cómo seguir? Si tú eres dueño de mi alma, te perdí sin ti. Si tú te vas de mí, sería así. Yo no podría soportar. Si tú te vas. All right, that's good.
Cool.
I thought I couldn't hit that last high note, but you know.
That was still good, though. That was still good.
Yeah, that was very good.
Cool. I like it.
Hey, what do you got in that red Solo cup?
I got my Coke Zero with ice.
Nice.
That's what she drinks, man. Coke Zero. Don't you know, Henry? Oh,
Coke Zero is the
man,
bomb.
you need to make a list, dude. You need to make a list.
You're batting for two, dude.
My friend, oh my God, we'd go out. We were young and crazy, and she was young. And they'd say, "What are you drinking? Are you drinking pop?" And she'd say, "There's pop in it."
There's pop in it. So yeah, that's called a pop. This thing, wow. It was cool, man. Man, this is turned out to be a really cool show.
Hey,
Man,
did your voice warm up, Candace, for Las
Or
Lugares?
did you figure
yeah,
out?
ándale, Candace, échate la
Okay,
last
so
song.
now I'm in a dilemma because he wants Los Laureles, she wants Fly.
Do Fly. Do Fly.
You know what? Jenny, do me a favor. Go on Google, ask it to flip a coin. Heads is Fly, tails is Los Laureles. You flip the coin and we'll leave it up to fate.
Can you just do half and half? But okay.
Dude, just do Fly.
You just do Fly.
Henry, just do Fly. Let's vote on it. Fly, raise your hand.
I want to hear those lyrics. I've been wanting to ask you that forever. Los Laureles, you can sing that.
And,
oh
you
my
know,
gosh.
hey, see you next week.
Hey, Joel.
I'm only singing a small portion of it.
Okay, sing a small portion and then go into Laureles.
Okay. I can't. I forgot how to play it on guitar. So what?
Just
half and half. Okay.
All right, here we go. I'm gonna mute myself.
I know now you're gone. I can breathe easier. All my days were gray, but they're sunny now. I know that you're gone. I can sleep easier. Now I don't have to fight to know you're in a better place. Butterflies in the air, flying towards the sky. The angels gave you wings, you got heaven in your eyes. Now fly. Ooh. Remembering what taking trips and barbecues and fishing at the lakes, chasing dreams like fireflies and gazing at the stars. I can see the brightest one. I know now where you are. Butterflies in the air, flying towards the sky. The angels gave you wings. You got heaven in your eyes. Now fly. Ooh.
Wow.
I can't. I'm gonna bust out crying. I just.
Wow,
That's
cool.
very touching. Very awesome voice on
What
that song.
picture
though.
is that, Jenny? What are you showing us there? It's a little blurry. No
We can't hear
Jayus.
you.
It's a
can't hear
it's a
you.
man.
She was the one I was playing for.
Oh, okay. I see.
Yep, she was the one I was playing for during the convention.
Wow.
So I wrote this song when I was 14 because that was when my friend Thomas passed away.
Oh wow.
Wow.
And so there's a funny story behind it because in the beginning, I was in the studio. I was recording. I think I was recording Enamorada at the time, and it turned out that I was in the studio. Me and my dad, we were in there for hours trying to get songs done. We were getting frustrated because I had ideas for a song, he had ideas, and we were just, duking it out. Like, it's like, you're not listening to me. You're not listening to me. We just, we got done. We're like, you know what? Get out. We need to get out of here. We need to walk away. So we did. I went inside, he jumped on the tractor and started mowing the back. And
wow, that's pretty cool.
And it turned out that my guitar was there. I started strumming some chords and I wrote that song. So I was just like, you know what? It's there. I've been meaning to write a song for Thomas for a while. And I was like, I wrote it. And then my dad comes in angry. He's like, he's still upset. Like, cause we had a fight. He comes in, I'm still playing it. And my dad just stops. He's like, what was that? So then he turns around. He's like, Candace, what are you playing? And I'm like, a song I wrote. He's like, play it again. And so I played it again. He was like, I need to piss you off more often.
There you go. That'll show them. That'll show them.
Esta canción muy bonita. Muy.
Thank you.
Very pretty. It gave me tears. It really did.
Right. Yeah, I was already.
Because I'm already today. I've been emotional today. So thank you for playing.
No problem. I was trying to get through it, but I'm like, oh my God, don't cry.
Wow.
And then it's even worse because
AG.
Yeah, and it's even worse because we lost Joe Bravo, and this weekend I'm singing a song that he wrote, Me Quise Desmayar, and I'll be singing. What was that? Whose
song that wrote?
Joe Bravo.
Oh, Joe Bravo. Okay.
Yeah, wow. And he was a mentor for me, and So it turned out that a while back I was singing in Las Vegas, New Mexico, and we were singing Que Casualidad, and I just busted out crying in the middle of it because he was like a second father figure to me. He would call me, saying, "Hey, what are you doing?" And then like when he sent me 2 songs to record, he was so old school that he recorded both songs on my voicemail.
Wow.
he was and he was laughing the entire time, and we kept that voicemail. We're not getting rid of it, and it's gonna be hard because I miss him. He was
well, we all do, you know what I mean? It's very those tragedy, we knew he was sick, at his final dance, and he wasn't even supposed to be there, pero he checked himself out of the hospital. You know what strides me is when he got up there and sang Que Casualidad, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's how you got manpower and you got the guts and the everything to do what you have to do to put on a show for your fans for one last time, rather if you're gonna croak over the next day. Thing is, when I seen him get up on stage, I was like, oh my, he's really gonna sing.
Right.
And it
And
it just made me ball up.
Yeah, and he told me before I got on stage, because we were supposed to do a duet that night. So one of the songs we were supposed to do duet, and he told me, "Mija, I almost didn't make it," and I'm like, "Why?" And he said, "My doctor, he didn't let me out of the room," and I'm like, "No." He said, "You know what? He gave me an ultimatum." What? He's like, he gave me an ultimatum. He said, after the show is done, you better come here. I'm coming for you myself. And I'm like, oh my
Right. No, I had to get a hold of him, for tickets and, to where I was
Yeah.
going to be set up on the stage or where I was going to be located at. And, I mean, I had really had times, getting a hold of him. I mean, I didn't know he was in
Right.
the hospital until they told me, and then I got a hold of his wife, of course, and stuff. And, I actually talked to him on the phone. And then, what's crazy is I interviewed him on the radio station and, it was he gave his respects to everybody and announced everybody and
Right.
gave shout outs to all his record labels and stuff like that. And and I had the recording, and it was just like a 20-second phone call, that I always have for my memorabilia of
Yep.
Joe Bravo. Rest in peace. He's here with
Yeah.
us today on the show. I think about him all the time. People ask me, like, I'm 27, so people ask me all the time, like, how do you know this kind of music? Like, my mom and dad are very old school. They love Ruben Ramos,
Mhm.
Linda Ronstadt, Joe Bravo, Augustine Ramirez, Purple Haze, Augustine Ramirez, the Blue Ventures, all those old school artists. And I mean, they go way back, and
Right.
that's where my roots came from as a DJ. And everybody likes my shows because I do play a lot of that kind of music. And to hear that Joe Bravo has gone, it's like, man, it's like he's still here with us, and he
Yeah.
put he influenced a lot of lives, on all these um legends, you know what I mean, who've been in the industry for 30 plus. They put a really image on a lot of people's lives, man. A lot of influences, like just like Selena, you know what I mean. People may have not have liked her music at the time,
Right.
but it's just like she did put a lot of inspiration into a lot of younger singers, and whether if it's a male or a female, and everything just got better. You know what I mean? And
Mhm.
you just gotta have your spirits up high and
Yeah.
continue to live those dreams of what they've taught you and what they showed you, and then carry it around for the younger generation that's coming out. Like I always say this, they say Tejano's really going away, but I don't think it's going away because you got people making comebacks, you got people making music, you got people doing other things.
Right.
You got the younger talent coming out, and to me it's just getting bigger, stronger,
Mhm.
healthier, and better.
To add on to that, I do believe that the Hano is coming back, but I do believe that there's still kind of a gap.
Right,
And what I mean by
exactly.
gap is that we have Tejano artists who believe that Tejano should stay in Texas.
Right.
And I don't agree with that, because it's like saying country only belongs in the United States. No, it doesn't. You
Exactly.
got country artists in Japan, you got country artists in Germany, you got
Yeah.
country art. I mean, Keith Urban is from Australia. What I'm trying to say is you got a bunch of Tejano artists. I mean, Isabel Marie was not from Texas.
Mm-mm.
She was from, I think, I may have this place wrong, but Chicago, right?
I think,
Maybe.
yeah, Illinois
Yeah, you're
or
right.
Michigan.
Yeah.
Somewhere around there. And we have a bunch of artists coming from Colorado, California, of course, a few from
Well,
New
there's a whole bunch of them
Mexico.
in Michigan, man. There's a whole bunch of them in
Right.
Michigan. I mean,
There's a bunch
you
of
know,
Tejano
Yes,
artists, but we still
tons.
have that kind of, hey, you can't be playing our stuff because you're not from Texas. And I do disagree with that. I mean, and here's
yeah.
another thing I disagree about: separating the artists. We're all Tejano artists. We're not.
Yeah.
Because like people label me, oh, Candace Vargas from New Mexico. No, I'm Candace Vargas singing Tejano music.
Right. Like I had mentioned before,
It's
like speaking Spanish, I didn't know that was a prerequisite growing up, like
Mhm.
There you
that
go.
was
This
just
is
the
Joe.
music
Music does not have borders.
Right.
that we grew up around, that was my environment. I didn't know I
Mhm.
needed to speak Spanish.
Right.
Yeah, it's like saying Mexican ranchero music is only Mexican. Like only Mexico. You don't know.
Joel put "Sing Me."
Me quise desmayar.
Me quise desmayar.
No.
You're really gonna make me cry tonight, Dad, huh?
Oh, that's your dad?
Music
Yeah,
is
with my
like-
dad.
Hi, Dad.
Let me see if I can sing a little bit. Después de tanto tiempo, ayer que te encontré, vinieron los recuerdos de cuando tú eras mío. Qué hermoso te mirabas allá en aquel lugar. Las ansias me mataban por irte a saludar.
Hi there.
Tomé copa tras copa, tratando de olvidar los tiempos que eras mío y me pagaste mal. Alcé y volteé la cara para mirarte otra vez y para mi sorpresa estabas tú a mis pies. Se llegaron las 12, se llegaron las 2. Después ya no recuerdo lo que
Ta, 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 ta,
no sé qué me pasó. Yo sé que en la mañana, temprano al despertar, estabas tú conmigo y me quise desmayar.
Wow, I love it.
Wow,
I
I love
it.
it.
Man. That's pretty cool.
That song was written by Joe Bravo.
Oh, wow.
Wow, that's crazy. I didn't know that.
That song was written by Joe Bravo.
Oh my god. Cool.
Wow, that is an awesome
Cool,
song.
man.
You know.
Cool.
It turned out that my dad, so it turned like when I met Joe Bravo, it was for the Tejano Music Convention, and I think Es Amor, my first Tejano album, just released.
Oh,
So
wow.
here I am in the lobby because people recognized me from my album, and they said, "Candace, come here, come here, come here." And they said, "Sing a song. It doesn't matter, sing a song." And I was like, "Qué casualidad." All right. So I started singing "Qué casualidad."
Yeah.
And I started hearing segundas. I'm like, and I look at my brother because normally he does it, and I'm like, "You singing?" And he was like, "Look over there." And I turn around, it's Joe Bravo.
Wow, that's
My
freaking
mom singing
awesome,
"Qué
man.
casualidad." And he was like, "Mija, you got it." So it turned out my dad had a meeting with him and said, "Hey, we're working on my daughter's she's 15 years old, and this album is called Quince. We're missing 2 songs, and we want a song from you. We wanted like Que Casualidad feel. I don't know. Do you have anything?" And he said, "Let me call you back." And we didn't at the time, artists say, "Oh yeah, I got something for you," and they never call you back, right?
Yeah.
And
Exactly.
so we didn't really think that he was serious. And it wasn't until we get a phone call saying, "Hey, Candace. Hey, Joel. This is Joe Bravo. I got a couple of songs for you. Listen." And he just sings it. And he just
Wow,
sings one
that's
of them.
awesome.
Yeah, and then he sings one of them. And I think it was Me Quise Desmayar first. And I might be wrong on the second one. But the second one, he ran out of, he hit a dead spot. Yeah. And he said, "Hey, it hung up. Here's the second one." It's in my voicemail.
Wow, interesting.
Wow, that's awesome.
Wow, that's amazing. That is an amazing story, and I'm so glad that you get to record one of his songs that was written like especially for you.
Bro, that's very awesome. There's not a lot of artists to
That's
get that
a
kind
good
of
story.
They kind of get that kind of an opportunity in their lifetime to get music like that. I mean, especially with all the things that's going around now. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like
you were little
you got all
too.
these haters. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, even back then, back when you were 15 years old, you had haters. Like, hey,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
oh no, don't hire Candace, or don't play her music, or don't play Jenny Alvarez, or I mean, it's like that everywhere. You know what I mean? And it's still like that to this day. And but it's very awesome, Candace, that you get to cherish those moments, and you get to
Thank
carry
you.
those on, to tell stories, for even a school convention or a fiesta. You get to cherish each moment that that you've experienced with with Joe Bravo, having this recorded song, on your album and stuff like that and stuff. It's very awesome. You're
Do
very
you know why
humble
I
and you're
had
down to
haters?
earth.
Why do
know
you
why
have
I had
haters?
Huh?
Why do you have
Why?
haters?
No,
Are you blunt?
not now, but when I was younger, I had haters because I would sing on stage. I was like, what, 13, 14 years old, singing. No quiero que te vayas. No quiero que te alejes. And people would tell other people, like, hey, that girl stuck up. I wave at her and she don't ever say hi. Well, when back then I was just growing up, my eyes were starting to get bad. And my dad would tell me, if you can read this, you don't need glasses. So I could not see my audience until I was in college.
No.
Damn.
Oh wow. Holy crap.
I was like, oh my God, everybody used to say I was stuck up and I didn't talk to people because I couldn't see you. Sorry. So one day.
Dang.
That's just a funny
Wow.
thing.
I mean, like,
that is
I know
weird,
on my
man.
end, like, I had instances where I do tell people, hey, I zone out when I sing. I don't,
Yeah.
I get in my own world when I sing.
And you're in the zone.
Yeah,
In
right.
the zone.
And I just get in the zone. And even though my eyes are open and it looks like I'm looking at people,
You're in your
sometimes
own
I don't
mind.
see people. So I've had people come up to my booth saying, hey, I waved at you. Why didn't you wave at me? And you were looking at me. I'm like, and I just straight up say, I am sorry. When I sing, everybody disappears. And they were like, that is so cool. I mean, I wish I had that. I'm like, it's just one of those things where, like, it's just, so I've always said the stage is like my house.
Of course.
And what I mean by it's like my house is that I get so comfortable just singing and having fun and doing everything that everything else just kind of just disappears.
And it's funny, Candace, because we're so opposite, you and I. You know, I like ketchup on tamales and tacos, and you and you like the feeling of feeling at home, as opposed to I get more nervous at a family gathering with everybody in this close to me. You know, as opposed to being in a concert where there's a lot of people that I don't have to focus on eye to anyone. You know what I mean? I don't. That's just been the way I've always been so nervous up close. And even right here, it's kind of up close, but you guys can't see me or hear me. You know what I mean?
Right.
You're a low key introvert, aren't you?
I guess so.
Yeah. So I was told I've been a massive extrovert. I mean, especially with COVID, I was going nuts. I mean, when I got a call from my boss saying, hey, people are going back full time on site. I'm like, okay. And I just jumped in the car and just went straight to work. That was the thing. I'm like, I'm out. I took the opportunity to go back. I mean, I just miss people.
Yeah,
and me, I'm keeping my kids home. I'm keeping my kids home because they offered virtual this year and they're home.
Nice.
So
I mean, I couldn't do that. I was going nuts being home working.
Well, I'm going nuts now.
Yeah.
So Candace, I see that your daddy, you know, he posted right here in the comments. He says Ralito, Javier Calvan, Eddie Gonzalez, and Beto Roman have written songs for you. You know, tell us just a little bit about, you know, like what is it like, you know, to, you know, like, you know, because you know you're from New Mexico and it's very hard to get, you know, how can I say, your name established in, you know, different cities, different countries, and because we're from New Mexico, it's very hard. Like you said, you know, like the music, you know, like it shouldn't just be country here, country there, norteño here. But the thing is, you know, we're from New Mexico. We're from a small little state, and I mean, we love our roots, and we're gonna keep our New Mexico roots. But the thing is, you know, to make it, you know, in Texas or make it in Chicago or Michigan and other or wherever, you know, it is very hard to get your name out there, very hard to get your music produced out there. But what is it like, you know, to, you know, have these songs, you know, written from these different artists? And, you know, because like, how did they hear about your music? You know what I mean? Because it's very tough to get your music produced to somewhere else and get it out there, you know, with internet play. And, you know, us like me, like a DJ, have to push your music so these artists like this can hear it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And so when I met like Javier Galvan and when I met Raulito and Eddie Gonzalez, of all places, it was at the Hano Music Convention. And it turned out that, of course, we were selling our merchandise and we kind of tag team. So if you notice, like me, my brother, my mom, and my dad, we all travel together when it comes to the music. That's just that's the dynamic team that we work. I mean, if it's not me, it's my dad with his band. If it's not his band, it's my brother with the EDM. We all take turns helping each other. So when I'm selling merch at the Tejano Music Convention, my mom and my brother normally stay at the booth selling the merch, and me and my dad, or me and my mom, depending on who's available at the time, we go off and we start going to different artists' booths. And start talking to them, start networking CDs, saying networking. That's the biggest thing is networking. So we start kind of trying to see how we can talk to them. Like there's been instances where they're not at their booth, but they tell we get like kind of things saying, oh yeah, they're over there. Why don't you go, talk to them? So we will go straight over there and we'll talk to them. I mean, and it turned out that we met Emilio by chance. At the time Raulito was with him. And it turned out that he was coming back. He was in warm-ups and things like that. And my dad talked to him, and because I opened up for Emilio a couple of times. Right. And we were planning initially to tour with him. So we had that discussion to do that with Emilio. But due to circumstances, it didn't pan out. But that's where we met Raulito. And my dad says, hey, we love the way you guys write music. How can we go about getting music for Candace? We want to show you her stuff. So that's what we did with him, is that we showed Es Amor to him. He's written a couple of songs for me. And that was nerve-wracking because I'm like, Raulito wrote songs. I'm like, you get nervous because you're like, Raulito, Emilio, the music they put out. And I'm like, I don't want to, mess it up because they're beautiful songs.
Right, exactly, of course.
Javier Galvan was the same way. So it turned out we met him at the Tejano Music Convention. And at the time, I didn't have an album. I just had 2 New Mexico albums, and that was it.
Right, exactly.
And that was New Mexico style. So we had a gap year, and we didn't do anything. And that's when we went to the Tejano Music Convention for the first time as attendees, not as artists.
Oh, wow.
Or performers, right?
Right. And so we ran into Javier Galvan, and my dad says, my daughter's a singer. We want to talk to you about doing some songs with her, maybe just a couple of songs. And he was like, all right, well, here's my number. Call me, whatever. So it turned out that my dad did call him, and he says, hey, Javier, do you remember me? I'm Joel Vargas. And he says, yeah, I remember you. He says, yeah, we talked about how we wanted to do some songs for Candace. Do you think you can do that? He's like, well, it's kind of hard because, I don't really know who Candace Vargas is, and I don't know what her voice sounds like. So my dad called me from across the house. He's like, hey, mija, honey, come here. And I was like, yeah. He says, I want you to sing a song on the phone. And he was like, I was like, okay. So I think it was Suéltalo. I might be wrong on the song. So I sang it on the phone, and my dad got on the phone. He says, Javi, are you there? Silent, absolutely silent. And he's like, Javi, are you there? He was like, was that your wife? And he's like, no, that was my daughter. And he was like, I'm gonna send you some songs. So he sent songs overnight. Nice. And he says, hey, I want to work with Candace. She has a really strong voice. I think we can work with this. I want to produce the album. I want to write the songs for the album. I want to be there when she's recording these. Let me know. We can set up a studio time, things like. He started planning. And my dad, here's the crazy about Javier. I'm going to tell you this. My dad wanted one gospel because we try to at least add one gospel to each album. And I'm looking for a gospel songwriter right now for my latest Tejano album. And my dad says, hey, we want a gospel song. Do you think you can write something? He's like, let me call you back in 5 minutes. 5 minutes later, he came back. He's like, I wrote a song. What?
Dude, like
I wrote
that?
A song on the spot. Yeah, on the spot. Mi Dios on Es Amor. That was the song.
Oh, wow.
That's amazing. That's incredible.
5 minutes it took him to write that song. And even on, I might be wrong on the album, but Enamorada, there's another song called Señor Arquitecto. And my dad called Javier again, and he says, Javier, I want to write, I want a gospel song. Do you think you have a couple of songs? We want a song that we can build on. And he was like, song you can build on. Let me call you back in 5 minutes. Comes back, Señora Arquitecto.
There's so much controversy. Well, at the time that when I was singing, just maybe 8 years ago, 10 years ago, I wanted to do what you're saying, you know, a gospel song or a Christian song. And they're like, no, you can't do that on, you know, an album. Or I wanted to do like different styles because that's who I am. That's what Tejano is what I thought. And they're like, no, you need to stick to one style. So that's why I just never really knew who the right person was to say, hey, you know, let me get some freedom here. Let me put some ideas. And I had to follow by somebody else's rules. And I just was like, no.
Well, and that was the thing with me is that A Mi Modo, that was one of those albums where I got to have fun with.
Right.
I just, you know, I had a couple of styles in my head that I wanted to do. I didn't stick. I tried the best not to stick to the norm, and my dad was the one who really pushed me to stay out of the norm because people, again, they told us don't do a gospel song on your album if that's not Tejano. I mean, and we're like, well, tough luck. We're gonna put a gospel song on the album. We need to do that because where would we be if we don't rely on God?
Yeah.
And I'm not saying I'm like uber religious. I'm not religious. I'm faithful. There's a difference. My faith is in God. So I always wanted a song for God because I wouldn't be here. I mean, so that was one of those things. And my mom, she even said, she's like, one gospel song on each album. And sadly, A Mi Modo did not have a gospel song, but I am looking for a gospel song for this new one.
It's a good goal. It's a very amazing goal. I love that idea.
And I always tell people, like, if you're going into the Tejano scene or if you're going into music, experiment. I mean, because I'm bad at that. I'm gonna be honest. I do have a comfort zone, and that's not somewhere you want to be. And my dad's told me, Candace, you're in this comfort zone, you're in this bubble, and you feel comfortable, you feel warm, you feel like, you know, you're comfortable. But you need to break out of that comfort zone. You need to, you know, start experimenting with your voice. You need to start experimenting with the songs you're doing. You need to start experimenting with even the genres.
And just finding your own voice too.
Exactly.
You know? Because we grow up copying what we hear just to learn the music that we love, and then we have to find our own way.
Oh, right.
Exactly. And that's what's really scary about this is going into a country CD is it's like starting from ground zero.
Well,
it really is.
Your country voice is very much there because, you know, even like the first three that you sing tonight, man, is just like, I mean, different for me. You know what I mean? I never thought you would have sang any country music. And, you know, I mean, you're from New Mexico. You're going to keep your roots. You're going to keep New Mexico and you're going to keep your Tejano. Right. And I mean, but you're right. You know, a lot of artists need to, you know, experiment with their voice and, you know, sing a reggaeton song and put it on an album or even just put an EP track or just make it a track, you know. I mean, you never know what's going to make your one hit wonder. You know what I mean? Hey, like, oh crap, hey, this is going to be the number one hit. You know, that way when you do retire, it's the number one played song throughout, you know, your music career and stuff. But what the thing is, you know, your country voice is very much there.
Thank you.
Honestly, you don't need to be recorded, and honestly, you don't need a microphone because your voice is very naturally talented. I've been following you forever, Candace, and you got a very beautiful voice. And you know, when I seen you for Joe Bravo's thing, you know, you did an amazing job out there as well.
Thank you.
With you know, with the size of the crowd, you know what I mean. Rather if there was 5 people, 10 people, 100 people, 1,000 people. And just like here, this Lordsburg Tejano Festival, Tejano Fiesta is on Sunday. And look at this, you know, you get to open up alongside a lot of great talented artists, you know, Texas Latino, Little Joey, La Familia, one of the best sound bands. God, man, I love the horn section, you know what I mean? Stephanie Montiel, New Mexico family as well. I mean, I don't know if you know, she's from New Mexico.
Oh, yeah.
So she's from our town too. So, you know, but you know, it's awesome that you know you get to experiment different events, you know, opening up for different artists in different people, you know.
Look,
And
I
I
got
think
different
like the
hats
biggest
for different styles of songs here.
Yeah, and I think the
Good
biggest
for
advice
you.
that I got was from Shelly Lares herself. Cause so for the Joe Bravo's event, you know how Shelly and I sang Volver,
Right, man, that was
and
bad. Yes.
thank you. Well, she pulled me aside and she told me, Candace, you did an amazing job. Your voice was on the mark, but you're too structured. And I'm like, and I was like, well, what do you mean by too structured? She's like, you sang it like a mariachi song. That's good. Now add a little bit of flair to it. Make it, throw some runs in there. Have some fun with it. That song is so open. You can do whatever you want with it. You can even change the melody if you want to. And I'm like, okay.
Shelly's got the most wonderful advice you will ever get.
Of course.
Yes.
Get advice from Shelly Lares, man, that's a once in a lifetime thing. She's also given me advice and said, if you ever record a song, I was telling her about, remember I told you about recording with someone, and she said, if you record it, you want it to be great, not just okay. You want it to be great. So don't do it if it's not going to be great and if you're not comfortable. So, I mean, she's just, and that's why I haven't recorded.
And I am working on getting Shelly Lares in on one of our Thursday night shows.
Oh, that would be cool.
Yes. I mean, hopefully, Shelly Lares, you're out there listening. I'd like to have you out here on the HenDawg show on a Thursday.
I'll text you.
But she's blunt. She's blunt
compliment. The coolest compliment I've ever received in my entire life. I was singing at the Tejano Music Awards at the convention on the side stage, and I don't remember what song it was, but Elida went to Shelly's booth and she saw her and she was like, "You're here?" She's like, "Yeah, what's wrong?" She's like, "I thought you were singing a while ago." And I was on stage.
Wow, that's
because she said
awesome.
I sounded like Shelly. I was like, "Oh my god!"
Oh my gosh. No, this is my Shelly hat. This is my country hat, okay? This is my Shelly hat right here.
Oh yeah.
No, but you know, Shelly Lares is one of the dynamic, performers of what I like about Shelly Lares is she could play those timbales like, man, it's like, and when back in her heydays, man, back in the days, she could get down, and I mean she still gets down, to this day, I mean. She's coming up on her retirement and stuff. Congratulations on on
she's
all her
still
things
amazing, man.
and it's like, man, but she is very blunt because I remember at the Joe Bravo thing, I mean, they were charging for everything, and she got up there on stage.
Oh yeah,
I mean, I was there, recording, and I was like, no way, she just not just say that. I was like, wow.
The thing about Shelly is, if there's an injustice happening right in front of her eyes, she's not afraid to point it out.
Right.
That's the thing, because at that night that was wrong. That was wrong for them to do that, because they charge these people to come in. They charge these people all this money for the drinks and some of the food and things like that, and they still charge the people for the tables. But
and
Joe didn't see. Yeah, it was one of those things where we're like,
I just don't understand why you would even think to go in the middle of a song. I just don't understand.
Even that too, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, I know I tried to touch that subject earlier with a lot of people.
Oh, is that one?
Yes, I was trying to. I mean, to me, it's very rude, and I mean, I would have felt the same way. You know what I mean? I would have been cussing. I mean, even though I don't cuss on stage or cuss on my shows, but when you go across the line, and I have a set time to DJ from. If they told me I needed a DJ from, right now from 12:05 to 1:05, and that's all the time I had, and then I go, 5 minutes over, and I'm, rather you're big shot or little people, or a nobody, I should say, it doesn't matter, it shouldn't matter, but I would feel the same way, you know what I mean? My hat's off to Shelly Lares, and doing what she's
standing up for herself, standing up for her.
Because where was the security guards at? You know what I mean?
But if you're gonna, I'm just gonna tell people out there, fans out there, if you're gonna pay for a venue, pay for bands that are playing for the door. There are so many bands who are playing for the door, and people don't show up. I mean, we've experienced that. We've seen people experience that. Support the bands who are trying to start out, because some people don't pay up front. They really don't. They don't pay the bands up front. They pay them by the door. So if you want to support the bands, either you support the bands playing by the door or buy their merchandise. Really, you have to buy their merchandise, because that is what's helping them make the songs in the studio. Make the songs in the studio, help them with their t-shirts, help them with their posters, help them with their travel, whatever it is. Buy their merch. Money. Yeah, it costs money to make a CD. It costs money to everything.
Yeah, we the ones that, pay up front, like, for fanfare or something, a free event. We still have to pay the gas and for the merchandise.
And the band members. The band members need to get paid too.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that's why I always say, I mean, if you're going to support a band, support us by showing up, but also support us by buying the merchandise, because that helps for more albums, for more music.
Absolutely.
People don't realize it's not cheap to make albums. It really isn't.
Or record.
And there are cases where there have been artists that have been scammed out of recordings and things like that. And that's where another thing is, you got to be very picky on who you're going to record with.
Right. That's why I'm still here.
Yeah, it's one of those, and that's where I got lucky, is that I found great producers, and I guess we just got tired of going back and forth to record, so we made our own studio.
Wow.
We bought Pro Tools, we got the studio set up, we did everything, and so it was easier just to record in our studio compared to traveling back and forth. The only time we actually traveled was when we were doing the more progressive sound, and like for this country CD, I'm going to Nashville. I'm not going to be recording in my studio, because I'm not familiar with country compared to Tejano, so I want that feedback, that sort of wisdom, that country wisdom that I don't have. And that way they know, okay, well, you're sounding a little more, because I've been told with my English, I'm mocha. I really am. My Spanish is hard when I sing. And so it's hard to go from singing nothing but Spanish since I was 3 years old to English. So now I'm trying to relearn how to speak, how to sing, how to do all of this, because I mean, I've sang Spanish all my life, and this is a challenge for me. And that's where I'm going back to that topic. Don't stay stuck in your comfort zone. And I do have that habit where I'm like, okay, I want to stay here. I'm good at this. And my dad's like, get out. So that's another thing for artists. Get out of your comfort zone, experiment.
It's hard for me to get a twang out of my voice in country music, It's hard for me. I mean, I love country music, but I just
like I said, that's why, you know what I mean? Yeah.
No, but Candace, you just got to keep your head up high, and you got a lot of experience underneath your belt. You, like you said, you've been singing since you were 3, and you've been doing things since 15 and up, and just keep your head up high. You got a lot of memories, with Joe Bravo and stuff like that, and all these advices that you got from Charlie Lares and Elida, and with Javier and Raulito Navaira, and all of them great artists, and each show, like I'd say this even to my show and also Royal's show, each show gets better and better and better and better, because the reason why it gets better and better, because people tune in more and more and more and more to the show. And so I've seen you perform, on Facebook. I've seen you perform in person. I've seen you do a lot of performances, and I'll see you performing in Lordsburg, and you're gonna go do the damn thing, like my sister says.
Do the damn thing.
Do the damn thing. Hey, I don't cuss, but now I did. You know what I mean? But go to Lordsburg and go show these New Mexico people. I mean, even though they're New Mexico too, but go show them what Candace Vargas has to bring to the table.
Heck yeah, you're gonna do it, girl.
I will be there, in my 100% support, all suited up for you guys. I'll be out there taking pictures, signing autographs with everybody. Hopefully, have some merchandise for sale out there. And if not, I'll I'll take a couple of shirts for you, Candace. For you and your band and stuff. And if I don't have the right size, just give me the size and I'll mail you some. But I'll give you a few shirts to take on stage, and you're more than welcome, to throw them out there to the people and stuff.
Thank
and,
you.
Can't wait to
You know,
see some live footage of
But
me.
remember, you gotta rope him off. You gotta rope him.
Look at us. We got our Alicia Keys hat on or
man.
our Bruno Mars. Give me your attention, baby.
Speaking of like country, you're gonna see a little surprise song, DJ. So we're doing an English song in there, and you're gonna get a little surprise.
Alrighty.
Hopefully, my mom records it because the last one she recorded. Okay, so I sang this song for fanfare. It was great. She was at the wrong spot, and she was right next to the speaker, so all you heard was a the entire time in the video. So I'm hoping she gets a good one.
Oh man!
Oh, that's so
coming up
cool.
on 2.5 hours.
But I do hate to break this to you guys. I have to get going because I have a 4.5 hour drive tomorrow. So thank you so much for having me. I had such a blast, and invite me again because it's been a blast.
Hey,
can I sing a little bit of a song before you go?
Yeah.
You want me to sing a song?
Not a whole song, just a little.
All right, so
just a little, and then we can all go.
Ay, que laureles tan verdes, que rosas tan encendidas. Si piensas abandonarme, mejor quítame la vida. Alza los ojos a verme si no estás comprometida.
Hey,
girl.
You got to put that in your playlist for Sunday.
It is.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about, girl.
Okay, I would like to sing a song before we go, real quick.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Just quickly. Just a little bit of it, if you can even hear it. Shoot, let me see. I'm trying to put a little music in the background so I can get the key. Can you hear it? Can you hear it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, now I can hear it.
Just a little of it, okay, guys? For all you, my loves in the distance, contigo en la distancia.
Ah, okay.
No existe un momento del día en que pueda apartarte de mí. El mundo parece distinto cuando no estás junto a mí. No hay bella melodía en que no surjas tú. Ni yo quiero escucharla si no la escuchas tú. Es que te has convertido en parte de mi alma. Y ya nada me consuela. Si no estás tú también. De tus brazos de soledad, en la distancia, amado mío, eso.
Wow.
Love it, love it, love it, love it, love
it. Once again, Jenny, we want to say thank you for dropping in.
Yeah.
Late night show.
Absolutely.
Jenny's cool, man. And Candace,
Candace, you're welcome on our show.
Candace, you can come in anytime, girl.
You're beautiful, girl.
Hey, Jenny was, of course.
Thank you. You too. I have such a blast with you guys. Stay out of trouble, especially you, HenDawg. I'm kidding.
I know, right, man?
I know. I already got your dad already messaging me already.
He's like, stay away.
One day we could all see each other. Maybe fanfare, fiesta one day.
Hey, Jenny,
we haven't booked because of COVID, but we're gonna go back.
I will be out in Corpus Christi and in Robstown December 2nd and December 3rd.
That's right. I was telling you that I think I'm gonna be in San Antonio singing at a quinceañera around that time. So maybe we'll see each other.
Hopefully.
I haven't done a quinceañera in a long time.
Even though now you know I'm not the Jennifer Pena, I am Jenny Alvarez. So look up my music, Jenny Alvarez, on YouTube, and those are with Grupo Aldaco. That's who I am. I'm sorry for the misunderstanding.
No, pues es que Henry, listen.
Thank you guys so much. I'm gonna have to drop off, but thank you.
Thank you so much,
Candace.
See you in Lordsburg, girl. See you in Lordsburg.
See you in Lordsburg.
Safe travels.
You too.
Take
Bye.
care, Jenny.
All right, guys. Good night.
Good night, Jenny. Good night.
What are you doing tomorrow?
Who?
You?
Me?
Yes.
My husband will be here tomorrow night. So I don't know. Oh, you know what? We're doing a lot this weekend. We're gonna go see Bobby Pulido here on Texas Ave in Mercedes, Texas. He'll be here with Control will be here. A bunch of acts are gonna be here all day, but it's gonna be too long to be out there. So we're gonna go see Control and Bobby Pulido on Saturday. So,
wow.
What about you? Don't know? You didn't know about that? You're not gonna go?
No, I didn't know.
That's Saturday.
You need to keep me posted on stuff like that.
Yeah, so Saturday will be that. It's a festival, Texas Ave Festival, Fiesta, whatever. And like I said, we're just,
at the Stockyards in Mercedes?
Yes, I believe, yes, it's at the Stockyards, actually. It might be at the Stockyards, but it might be on Texas Ave. I don't know that one for sure. I think it's right on Texas Avenue in Mercedes. But yeah, that's what we'll be. If you end up having time, maybe we'll meet there.
Maybe.
Or go live and we'll put you on the StreamYard.
Weather permitting. So, it's been raining, so we'll see.
Yeah, you might do a late night show and you go live.
Absolutely. I'll try to charge my phone, and I swear I need to find my earphone.
You need a battery pack too.
Right. Jenny, we say thank you.
Yes.
You have a blessed
awesome,
weekend. Girl. You're awesome. Thank you for dropping by.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me, guys.
You're welcome on the show anytime as well.
Thank you. I'm not afraid to ask.
You're part of the team, girl.
All right. Thanks, guys. Love you. See ya. Bye.
Take care. Well, great, man. Let's end the show.
Well, yeah, man. I want to say thank you to everybody for tuning in. Everybody all over, man. Everybody had a great time. Hopefully, Royal had a great time as well.
Yeah, I had a awesome time, man.
But before we sign off for tonight's show, we do want to recommend, we do got a show on Wednesday with the man himself, Raulito Navaida. We just had his daughter a couple weeks ago. So we're going to have El Mero, El Papa, the Destiny Navaida, and Raulito Navaida this coming Wednesday. It's going to be at 9 o'clock Texas time, I believe, 8 o'clock New Mexico time. We will make the flyer right before showtime, about a day before. So we'll make it on Tuesday, and we'll promote it out there for everybody. So be on the lookout for Raulito Navaida's interview. And then this Thursday for the party of 6, we do have a few coming in. I got Jesse Torres from the CEO of the Conjunto Awards. It's going down in December. I got let's see, I just got him Agustin Goots Chavez. He's gonna drop in. That's the two that I got coming in as of right now. I don't know if Royal's got somebody coming in or he can make some things happen. He's got to make phone calls to get the 2 artists in. I mean, make it a party of 6. But we want to say thank you to everybody for all the love, all the support on both shows, on Attitude Pasión and the Radio Talk Show. Everybody had a great time tonight. Hopefully everybody had a great time with all these artists. Something a little bit different, like Royal said earlier in the show, man. When they were talking about their harassments and stuff like that, something that's never get talked about on the radio stations or FM and AM. So I mean, just a little bit different for the fans, a little bit different for the artists, and we make them feel comfortable here on the studios. But once again, we want to say thank you. We're going to end it with this amazing video show that I put together last night. Worked very hard. It's a 2-minute, but we want to say thank you. I should have played it at the beginning of the show, but we were running a little bit behind.
Good. No problem.
But once again, Royal, you got anything to say to people?
No, man. Just go to Henry's pages and give likes and share and follow. Go to ACTITUD and PASION. Give me some likes. Give me a follow and share. And also Latino Radio TV, guys. We are. We'll see you the next time we see you. We'll be on the Monday brunch at 10 a.m. Hilda and I do the Monday brunch on Latino Radio TV, and on the other pages, ACTITUD y Pasión. So, guys, buenas noches. We'll see you. Have a wonderful weekend. Y besos y abrazos. Play the music, man.
Am I living inside of a daydream? Without you, baby, hold me. 'Cause when you do, my heart sings, and it goes bam, ba, bam, bam, bam. My heart goes bam, ba, bam, bam, bam. Tell me the truth, am I for you, or don't you? Márchate, ya no quiero oír. Cállate, solo sabes mentir. Desmascaraste tu disfraz, cara falsa. Aunque tu fin.
Tú tienes toda la culpa de lo que aquí ha pasado, pues fuiste muy precisa, lo tenías bien planeado, y no te hagas.
Será que con solo una mirada me hipnotiza, con tan solo ir su